Christy. Hello, Oli Molly. Hello, Danny Danny. Hello, Angie. Hello, Dory. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Vantisha. Hello, Juan. Hello, Bluebella. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Miss D. Hello, Joel Kitchen. Hello, hello, Maria. I feel like I missed someone. Hello, Rosemary. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hello, Rolling Stone. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So happy to see everyone. So today we are going, like I said, this is the weekend of let's call it the Perkins saga or whatever how we call it. Hello, spellcaster. So, like we are saying, there will be no ads put on those videos. I want all the money. Hello, Buzzball. Glitching? Okay, coming back. Am I still glitching? Is it okay? Is it okay now? Are we cool? Okay, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that saga, I suppose, of everything that's going on and the reaction of a lot of people and just everything that's going on. Because I hadn't had the opportunity to watch the live of Snoopy from yesterday. I have not, of course, watched the live from today. Listening to one live from Snoopy is fucking enough. Like, ugh. So thank you, Christy. So yeah, I really wanted to talk about what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing. So yeah, me neither. Because the self-righteousness, hello, love, the self-righteousness of nothing. Because okay. The reason why I want to talk about her and Jed and all of this is that we need to talk about people not understanding complexity and seeming and seeming to not understand that one person lies does not absolve someone else. And it's not because someone is a liar, it doesn't mean that they're always lying. So why I'm saying that, let's take the example. Do people know the story of the little boy that cried wolf? Put a one in the chat if you know the story of the boy that cried wolf. So that boy, I don't know why, they put him in charge. Hello, Lady T. They put him in charge of watching out for the wolf. And this boy was a liar. So he kept on crying wolf, crying wolf, crying wolf. Don't know why, again, they kept him on his post. But then one time, that boy was actually right. And he saw the wolf coming. And he went back and said, there is wolf, there is wolf, there is wolf. And nobody believed him. And everyone was unalive by the wolf. A lot of people take the moral of the story to be that don't lie because then people don't believe you. When the real moral of the story is check out everything. Even if the person lied one time, don't mean the next time they're lying. You need to check. It is your job to check. If one of them in that village had just been like, okay, fine, let's go check, they will still be alive. That's the true moral of the story. The moral of the story is to stop being those little isolated, like weirdo, like they are. And I want to make sure that the family understand. Snoopy and those people, they don't care about the truth. Okay, because if they cared about the truth, they wouldn't be like Snoopy wouldn't be saying the thing that she's saying from the live that I saw. She wouldn't be talking. Like, first of all, I wouldn't even be a subject of conversation. Okay, like sincerely, I'm like, yo, I shouldn't even be a subject of conversation. Yo, I'm like, yo, people refuse to understand the real moral of the story. You should have checked it out. Now, because you have not checked it out, everyone is unalive. You do. Same for the saying, a broken clock is right twice a day. Because even things that are broken and lies can be fucking right. Those people have been caught in a numbers of lies and a numbers of inconsistency. And now they're literally trying to exonerate themselves by acting as if Lacy is the only one that is profoundly problematic. And I'm like, first of all, Lacy, we are still, and I will pronounce myself on what I believe. Like I said, at the end of the weekend, I do not pronounce myself before that. Okay. I need all the fact, because when you don't, that's when you make terrible mistake. Those people do not encourage dialogue, which is why they keep on crying about me having Lacy on my platform so that she can tell her story without me being down her throat to like just attack her. Because those people are not about the truth. They're about being right. They're about being self-righteous. Because if they were about the truth, they would realize that I was the one closest for Brandon. Because my reaction to reading the thing about Brandon, hello Gemma, hello Joe, hello Tanika, my reaction was to be like, I see all of those, I see that those details, I read them, and I see that what the charge were dismissed. And that was the only thing I could say. I was like, I don't know if this is true or not. We know justice can be insane, but it does mean something that the charges were dismissed. This woman, and let's never forget, the crime of Lacy for Snoopy was being in contact and wanting Brandon near her children. Her narrative was that Brandon had essay a little boy. Never said that the charge were dismissed, just really focus on that. And then she wanted to prove that Lacy was the girlfriend that wanted Brandon to come live with her while having a young child. Lacy told everyone that's not true. And you know what? She's fucking right. She wasn't the girlfriend. She was the accuser. So you see that there is literally, she's telling the truth. She's not the person that wanted Brandon in her house, but she also didn't tell us. And the contrary, she told us, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show the PowerPoint about Jed, because they're trying to act as if, oh, you see Lacy, she keeps on doing those fake charges. And I'm like, you better shut your bitch ass up. You don't know shit. Like I said, it's only about being right. It's not about the truth. Because if I was in their position, if I was like Snoopy, I would have never let the sister on my platform. Because it's not about the truth. It's about me being right. I need to be right. And I need to be able to say that Snoopy was wrong. Okay, that's what it's about. I'm like, no, it's not about that. You were fucking wrong. Because the sin was being associated with Brandon. That was the sin. That was the whole thing. That's why she took those two black men, Timothy and Brandon, and said they were the same person, because she needed to prove that Lacy was still with Brandon. Because let's all repeat together, the sin was being associated with Brandon. And then this, and I would have not addressed it before. Like, no, I will have addressed it later, I mean. So, but what annoyed me and pissed me off was how much she reminds me of Danny, because I hate Danny. And therefore I hate Snoopy. First of all, they keep on accusing me of making content, building content, using content, blah, blah, blah content, blue, blue, blue content, la, la, la content. One, Snoopy didn't have a platform like 2 months ago. Snoopy literally is building her platform out of being self-righteous. Like Danny, she's literally following the Danny prototype. Danny came into the sector saying that she needed to defend Monique Tolbert, and that she needed to defend, go and take down Nosy Ho. And people went behind that and got so excited. And then she stayed and continued to persecute and try to find her next person to make her next big bad. All Snoopy has done is literally try to do that. She's trying to find the villain she can defeat. And I'm like, bitch, you're the villain. You're not Daenerys, okay? You're a White Walker. So, this White Walker, and let's be clear, Snoopy is a racist, self-righteous piece of shit. That's who she is. And I know, because they keep on crying about it, that they are so mad that the family first came on my platform. When in reality, the family coming on my platform, Jed is always on Stormy and Snoopy. And I'm like, you're all disgusting. Jed is a creep. And I haven't had the time yet to watch the video and I will point out everything that makes me go, yeah, you're a creep. Yeah, you're a creep. Yeah, you're a creep. Which has nothing to do with Lacy. It's not because Lacy is the one saying it that it means I believed it. I listened to Jed. I had entire conversation with him. After those entire conversation, this is when I said what I said. But will those weirdo even look into that? No, because it's about being right. Unlike me, who, when I saw the sister, I was like, okay, you should come up like that. You can tell your story and I will understand better. It was really organic. I didn't reach out to the sister. In fact, people know me. They know I do not do that. I remember when Danny reached out to Quiet Storm's daughter. I would have never reached out to Quiet Storm's daughter. Why would I? This is traumatizing. You don't need to see that, except if you are without my will. I will not be the one to go and bring the family into it. I don't do that. Which is why when I was on Lacy's platform yesterday, I told her, don't bring like the ex of your sister, because she's not a content creator. What's the point? Okay, like leave the I don't think family of content creator should be bothered. So imagine a non-content creator family. I'm like, yo, let's calm the fuck down. Yes, Stormy was being extremely, like I said, extremely volatile. Same for Snoopy. She was already saying that, oh, I'm like, she was saying, oh, I'm happy that they went on Madgie first, which is a lie. I'm happy that they did, because that would mean that Madgie cannot deny what they said. What the fuck does she mean by that? Do I deny shit? What are they talking about? I'm sorry that the story of Lacy, because like I said, that is the big rallying cry that they kept on talking to me about. I'm sorry, Lacy taking the channel of essayer. You think I give one fuck? You think I give one fuck? You think I'm gonna cry and say how unfair it is? I keep on repeating, that was unfair. That was not loyal. That was not cool. He essayed a 16-year-old when he was 23 years old. I don't give a fuck. Like, you want me to cry for him? I ain't gonna cry. Why should I cry? Because it was unfair? But big hoo hoo when he put his D inside of the little girl. That was also really unfair. Okay? You think I'm gonna cry for the injustice inflicted upon the essayer? Go F yourself. Like, I'm not gonna say that was good, that was legitimate, you were right to do that. No, I'm just gonna be like, if it was not an essayer, that would be fucked up, and I would tell you. But since it's an essayer, I don't give one fuck. Am I supposed to change my opinion? No, it's an essayer. I don't care. Now, so yeah, she contacted the family and put up my video with Lacy, and I think what Snoopy thought, because Snoopy and all those people, they suffer from they are not well. They really thought like the sister was going to hate me while watching the video, when in reality the sister saw exactly what I was doing, which is listening to what she had to say, which should be the right of everyone. Okay? Everyone has the right to speak. Everyone has the right to have their voice heard. Everyone has the right to have their voice heard without being attacked. So I know for them, they want to act like a monolith. Like I said, like Ebo. But that will be for Danny. So I will be like Snoopy. Snoopy. Okay, and let's be clear. Snoopy is the one trying to build a platform. Okay, this woman didn't have a platform 2 months ago. Now every time she goes live, did you ever see her talk about anything else than insulting people? She's always trying to crucify a bitch. Like that's literally her life, crucifying bitches. I think her first one was Star or Joe, and then at one point she also crucified Stormy, the content creator, which Stormy, the content creator, has forgotten. I guess it's either alcohol or dementia. I don't know which one it is, but good for you. She crucified me for being a Black woman accepting the apology of someone that did a racist thing. And as a Black woman, I shouldn't have accepted the apology. The only way when a white person is racist, they should apologize to Snoopy, because Snoopy, the white haired, blonde haired, okay, blue eyed whore, is the one we need to apologize for racism. So yes, Snoopy is right. Lacy lied. Snoopy, you is a whole racist. Okay? A racist, essayer apologist, self-righteous, will rewrite the history and then be like, my bad. I'm like, bitch, first of all, like I said, the sin of Lacy was being in contact with Brandon Waters. Like, that's the sin of Lacy now. Before. She was going hard on that, going hard, hard, hard. Nothing is going to be found because I'm a boring ass person. Knock yourself out. You think you're my first enemy? Come against me at your own risk. Make me your enemy. See what happened. So, yes. Her theory was that Lacy was the girlfriend that wanted Brandon home when Lacy was with Timothy at that point. And Lacy would have not wanted to be with Brandon because she was the one putting the accusation on Brandon. So did Lacy lie when she says she wasn't the girlfriend that asked Brandon to come home during that? No, she was telling the truth. Snoopy was the one lying and inventing a whole storyline. Then, because Lacy was saying that she was with Timothy, what did Snoopy decide to do? Let's remind everyone. Hello, my child. Yo, my child, people think, oh, it has exonerated Jet. I'm like, you simplistic fuck. Okay? You're so simplistic. It's not about right and wrong. It's a real story. Those are real human people. Those are real people. People have the right to be heard. You don't get to write the narrative of people. So yes, since Lacy was insisting that Timothy was Brandon, because, like we said, two black men must look alike. And I'm like, the moment I saw that, I literally started rolling my eyes because I was like, they don't look alike. Even if she blocked the eyes, they don't fucking look alike. Because the point was to paint Brandon as a monster, and anyone being near him were monsters. So since Lacy was telling the truth about not being with Brandon at that point, while lying about being the one putting those charges on him, you see how complicated life is? Like, do you see how fucked up life is? That, she wasn't lying. She wasn't the girlfriend. She didn't want him home. She wasn't dating him. She wasn't lying. But at the same time, she was lying because she put the charges on him. So, which we all didn't know, including Saintly Snoopy, okay? We all, as a collective, didn't know she was the one that put the charge on Brandon, okay? But let's be clear. Lacy wasn't lying when she said, I wasn't dating him at that point. I wasn't the one who wanted to bring him home. Which is why Snoopy decided that all black men look alike and decided to do a side-by-side like analysis to show that they looked alike because Brendan Waters had faked his death and took on the name of Timothy Rogers, which is something I had to check out because I was like, what? He faked his death and came down from the what? 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 Hello, Damage Kiss. So who needs to be ashamed, Snoopy? Who needs to be ashamed, you dumbass white walker? Talk to me again about shame when you kept on talking about this man being a monster and then deciding that he faked his death and came back as Timothy Rogers. Yo, she really went and like, look at this, look at this. Look at Elis, look at Elis. Gratitude, Brandon, for letting us know you're among the living. Did the man say he died? Did the man say he died? Oh, Luna! Luna, you're fucking disgusting. Am I? Am I, baby? Am I? Get the fuck out of my face. Like, she literally, like, they were all on panels saying how much I'm right, 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 I'm right. They were tagging this man, starting to persecute this man. Gratitude, Brandon, for letting us know you're among the living. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm fucking disgusting for telling the truth, for not drinking the Kool-Aid of the bullshit your new little bitch is telling us. I'm like, you think I'm gonna forget that this whore said that two black men were the same person because they happen to be black with a bald head? You think I'm gonna forget that? You think I'm gonna be like, she's right, she's right, she's right, she's right, she's right, she's right, 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 she's right, 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 right. Am I supposed to do that now? I'm sorry, Luna, that I'm not doing the simplistic life that you want to have. Because you know what's the reality of it all? Life is way more complicated than white or black. Sorry for you that I'm letting you know that. So yes, while the people in Snoopy's chat were already starting to bully Brandon because again, I repeat, the sin was being associated with Brandon. I didn't forget it. Okay, I didn't forget it. Because I had to look into that man and I had to say, hello, Sacred Onion. Hello, Kirsty. I had to say, yo, the charges were dismissed. Like I had to come out and say, because I had to look into it because they were already starting to be bullying that man. But she's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. She's right. 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 Lime sick. Sky, take my paper line down, please. Okay. So yeah, let's be clear. Those people were persecuting and ready to persecute Brandon and ready to involve. Thank you. You're welcome. Let me know if Blake also want me to remove it. Because like I said, I don't give one fuck about anything else but the truth. The truth is the truth. I'm not here to kiss nobody's ass. Listen, anyone that don't want the truth can go kiss my black ass. Thank you. Hello, Ventisha. Hello, Sue. Hello, Daisy. So yeah, here she was. If you got this, go continue to tell people that you're going to essay them and that you want to TT fuck them. How about that? Hmm? She's a White Walker, a disgusting human being, okay? And she will continue to be a disgusting human being, as you are, okay? Bye. The audacity on those people is crazy. You think I owe any of you bitches anything? So yeah, I have no idea who Corazon Little 2023 Stellar Mance. Hello, Star. I don't know who that person is. Is she saying that that Stellar Mance Corazon? Hello, Aspen. You're free. I'm free. Free for ya. So yeah, I don't know if that is a third black man that Lacy, that Snoopy decided to put into the conspiracy. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's the third black man. So this Stellar Mance maybe died and she decided that he was Brandon. Let's check it out. Stellar Mance. Like, is that a real person? Like, who is this? Who is this? Why is this? That is Brandon other profile. Stellar is passionate about everything spooky, primal, sadist, and dominant. This includes owning his kinky craft. He's been involved in the leather king community for 13 years. Woo! I never read that. Okay, so she was exposing his kink also. Oh yeah, well, let's continue to do that, Snoopy, right? Continue to expose that man. Okay, that's Brandon. That's what okay, I was like, okay, like that looks more like him. And I was like, is that like what the fuck? That's Brandon. Thank you, Lacy. Let me know if you want to come up, Lacy. Okay. The truth is the truth. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Your sister is seemingly mad at me for her own reason, maybe because, like I said, I don't take the narrative simply because the narrative is in front of me. The narrative doesn't work. There's no narrative, there is only truth. People who are interested in narrative can kiss my black ass. Exactly. I put my PayPal up, okay? I'm like, oh, you want to play content creating? You want to play content creator game? You want to get into? You want to choose a side between content creator? That means you're fair. You're fair game. Oh well, she shouldn't because I am insulting Snoopy. So I'm like, you're playing content creator game, so you shall have content creator treatment. Exactly. I'm like, those people, they always want people to kiss their black ass. Thank you, Danny. Okay. I'm like, you have to look at the entire narrative. And I continue to find extremely strange the thing about the house that was bought or had something to do with the father, the Perkins, and then the profile just disappearing. That is something that has to do with like someone that has something to do with family. Who was bullying Brandon? Snoopy. Don't Did you not know about this? That she said that Brandon faked his death so that and now he is living a second life as Timothy Roberts. Like that was the theory. People seems to forget. Brave. What happened about the house? I will talk about the house because basically the father died. No, Snoopy is not a good person. The father died in 2019, and yet people have been using his name to buy house, sell house, do weird shit, and I don't understand nothing. There is a profile of someone that's connected to him that literally has no information. It looks like a fake ass profile. I don't know. It's weird as fuck. And then Lacy told us yesterday, Vigodes, you have no friend. The friend you have is literally someone that was talking shit about you to everyone. Okay? So you let go of someone that was ride or die for you for a bitch that be talking shit about you and everyone's back. Ah, yeah, people will continue to gang up on me because people don't like honesty because people prefer to be cast as the villain or the hero of the story. When there is no such thing as a villain or a hero, there's just human doing fucked up shit. And now, if their situation is to go and believe Jed, and I'm like, shut your bitch ass up. Because while Snoopy will protect a white essayer, she will not protect a black essayer. Like, this is how Snoopy works. Always nice to the white, always mean to the black. And Snoopy, mwah, we love you, babe. Always stay consistent. Hello, Isa. Hello, Chicano. So, yeah, let's be clear. I don't give one fuck about hurting people's feeling the moment you start coming into the game of YouTube. You come into the game of YouTube, pay the consequences. People want to always play the game of YouTube. Why? So, yes, if they want to continue to act as if, like I said, I think people just, there are some people that like emo tapping. And if it is to the altar of Snoopy or to the altar of Danny, they will do it. And I'm like, well, continue to emo tap in peace, guys. Love this for you. I'm so proud of you about that. Listen, V is of no importance. Any mod can do whatever the fuck they want with Vampy. You want to time her out for fucking a week, time her out. Who gives a fuck about Vampy? Not me. Certainly not me. Okay? So yes, let me read the thing that Lacy sent me because that's important. There you go. I'm like, who cares? Gives a fuck about Vampire Goddess? She's literally not even against. She's like a fucking fly that we just kind of accept is among us and then unalive when we feel like it. Like, ugh. And like I said, I understand people will never do the right thing. People don't like doing the right thing. Doing the right thing is hard. Listening to everyone is hard. Understanding people is hard. We live in a sad world, and I refuse to be a sad person like that. Okay, the truth will be revealed by listening to everyone. Now, if the listening include going on Snoopy, I'm done because, like I said, Snoopy is like she's like a Danny. Like it's like listening to someone that you know is saying nothing of importance. That everything they're saying it's about their own fucking ego. It's about making themselves feel better about themselves. And I'm like, I hope you find Jesus. And if hating me brings you joy, please continue to do so. I really don't care. Okay, so let me read the new message. There you go. Ventisha is just someone in the chat, girl. Who is blocking Joe? Can you stop doing that? I have a headache. So yeah, yesterday, no, today at 2 o'clock in the morning, she sent that to me. She said on your platform, my father wouldn't do that. Tried to kill unalive a cop, facing charge for trying to unalive a woman. Hello, Ivy. So the dad, from what I understand, from what Lacy said, the house I keep on seeing with the dad is connected to something that happened with a woman. Thank you, Tara. Make it rain, make it rain. If you love your owl, stand for everything or fall for everything. Exactly. Stand for something or fall for everything. Keep standing, Madgie. Yes, I stand for truth. Okay? That is all I stand for. Truth. Truth is what matter. Okay? And truth doesn't need to be pretty, ugly, being so yeah, the truth doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be ugly. It doesn't need to be interesting. It doesn't need to be boring. The truth is the truth, okay? And it is our duty to watch everything. Because if you only take one side, you don't know the truth. If you happen to be on the right side, we call this a coincidence because you have not made a choice. You have just gone directly somewhere like a little sheep. Like I have no idea why people love being little sheep. I'm not a sheep. I refuse to be a sheep. Which is why, like I said, I listened to the sister. I did. I didn't talk about the fact that she did 3 platform and 1 night, 4 platform and 1 night. I didn't talk about the fact that Lacy was absolutely right to call her out because even now I still am not sure to understand why is she blocking the ex from seeing her daughter, but then talking about Lacy and how she's treating her daughter. I'm like, you think I don't see? You think am I supposed to be blind? But hey, you want to play? You want to play content creator? Let's play content creator all together. Like the moment you start doing little content creator thing, I'm like, okay, then you're free. This is a free for all. Because I have no mercy on content creator. Exactly. I give the people the chance to speak, and that makes them go crazy because what they want is to silence people. And the fact that I am how I am and that I just listen to people, but that doesn't mean that the person has my undying allegiance. No. But like I said, the moment you start playing content creator game, I will call out everything I have observed, okay? Because if those people think I have not observed them, and I'm talking about like the family, I'm like, I have observed all of y'all. Don't play content creator game because I will not be kind. I'm like, yeah, I ain't going, I ain't saying shit. But hey, you want to play content creator game? You're fair play. Thank you, V Love. Make it rain, make it rain if you love your owl. And for the people who received a free membership, please don't forget to thank V Love. CC's game mean I observe something weird and fucked up and I look into it. You know what I mean? Like if you come here and you're not a CC and you're just telling your story because unfortunately you were brought into something, I don't need to start picking at your life. I don't need to start picking at anything because you're not a content creator, and I don't need to start bashing or I don't need to start saying anything because you're not a content creator. But the moment you enter the content creator little game, dear Lord, there is no filter on me. Okay, there is no shackles on me. That's what it means. That there is a decorum not to go when the person is not in the content creator game. But the moment your ass come into the content creator game, you're giving me free for all. You think you're punishing me? You're you're freeing me of bullshit. Thank you, Maria. Make it rain if you love your owl. So yeah, let's be clear. I will always be me. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do, and nobody gonna make me look the other way, and nobody not gonna make me listen to the boy who cry wolf. Because what if that one time the fucking wolf is really there? I'm like, the moment you enter content creator game, it is what it is. That's why me, when people talk about me, I'm like, yo, they have the right to freedom of speech, man. I don't give one fuck. You're like, I'm a content creator, all good. Snoopy and Stormy, and I'm talking about Stormy, the content creator. Yes, they have. The number of time people come into my chat, come into my live, only to basically build a platform because they know they have like a built-in platform, or people who have nothing else to do but hate on me. Like literally nothing else to do than like. And like I said, Snoopy is the one desperately looking for content and desperately looking for a platform, which is why those people keep on crying about that Stormy Perkins coming on my platform. And I saw and I peeked yesterday that she came in with an attitude. And I was like, girl, why are you here? Did I ask you to be here? Like, I'm reaching out to you. I don't fucking know you. So yeah, when she came with the attitude, after that she came the fuck down, and because I had to remind her. That's why I came back, and I had to remind her that I didn't ask you to come, bitch. Did I ask you for anything? I didn't say anything because you don't come into the. She didn't come into the content creating game. But if you come into the content creator game, I will wash your ass as you deserve to be washed. That's why I had to remind her. I didn't ask you for shit. I'm not the one who reached out to you. I'm not the one crying on platform. Why should I coming up on my platform? Even though that, what's the name of that child? Blake had got a lot of money from the little owl, which we are so happy that we gave it to him because he's an 18-year-old that clearly had something fucked up going on in his life. He's 18. But you think I didn't peep that he went on every platform but mine? I'm like, listen, babe, this is not why I put the weekend of him. Well, the 2 days of him, that was enough. Fuck that. I peep, but I don't care because I didn't ask you to come on my platform. Not in their way. I ain't paying you. I ain't encouraging you. I'm offering you. If you want to tell your story, you can come on the platform. You don't come. You think I give a fuck. Nah. That's why when nah, like I said, I saw her being full of attitude, and she was so surprised when I was just like, "Can I help you? Do you want something?" Because who told you I need you, bitch? Like they really be acting as if, oh, content creator, I gave you people to come and watch. Okay. Thank you for the one for that one video with views. Thank you. There you go. And no one answered my question who it was. There you go. There you go. I'm like, bitch, we see, we hear, we see. But if you're not playing in the content creator game, why would I be pushing on you? You're not a content creator. And yeah, Blake, I wish the best for him. He had 2 good days of kindness from the little owl. I think it's well enough because I have a beef with his auntie now. So yes, I'm like, little girl, because by the way, that Stormy Perkin person is younger than me. So little girl, be careful. I'm mean. And yeah, because Lacy was talking a lot about this, about Blake and the money, and that he contacted her to tell her, look, I'm making money on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, because I'm talking against Snoopy. That's why she's turning on me. And like I said, the fact that there is even a turning to be made, because I'm like, what? Are you dying in this sector? Like, why is you choosing people? She should be neutral. That's why I didn't really. I'm like, yo, I don't like Snoopy. I hate Snoopy. We're not cool. But I'm not gonna be like in front of them. Like, what? Stormy and Snoopy were insulting you, Madgie, so Stormy believed them. Her problem, not mine. That ain't my problem. If you're here listening to people, then no wonder your sister don't want to talk to you. Like, those are literally her ops. They have no kindness. They're ready to believe a fucking essayer if that brings them joy. And I'm like, listen, does she have a pre-existing? You dropping the beat. But like I said, where this is not. They're all blaming Lacey, but if you actually listen without hate, the whole family is a mess. And I understand why Lacey is like she is now. She was never supported for her trauma, just mocked. There you go. There you go. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna wonder who did what, how what I don't care. I'm just saying, oh, we're in beef. We not cool. Superb. That means I can call you out, little girl. Because anyone that's standing with a weirdo like Snoopy is getting my eyes like that. Like, this whole family is a whole mess, and I'm not even sure who the fuck is buying and selling houses under their father's name. Okay, I'm not even sure who is doing that. Like, listen, we need to listen to the live of Lacey. Lacey, don't fucking strike me, okay? Don't do that. Thank you. Because that was a really interesting live, and I have a lot of things to address in this live. So please don't do this to me. Okay, so we read the email. Now let's read what she sent me. I don't know if we're gonna be able to read it. Wait. Because it's like Photoshop or something. Not Photoshop, I mean like scan, not like taking a picture of. It's annoying. It's not pretty. My mom said on her live, what live? She was jealous. She was sleeping with my father after he shot her. Well, love is complicated. That's what I will answer to that. I will say love is complicated and you do fucked up shit when you're traumatized. That I will admit. I'm not gonna judge for that because I've seen such weird shit in my own life. So what is this? Okay, I can put it like an image, I think. IMG. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's why they're so surprised when I talk to Lacy and I'm just calm and I'm like, yo, I understand people with PTSD as I have PTSD. And I recognize when assholes are trying to trigger my PTSD and then they can use my reaction because, when you have PTSD, you go, yeah, they use that against you. But let's not act also as if there is not a lot of question I have to ask you, Lacy, because yeah, there's a lot of things that needs to be answered. Yeah, me too. So much sadness. Like, you see, that's what I was saying, guys. You remember? And that, never forget, this is with the mindset I'm going with. Okay? Look at this situation. Yeah, Lacy is here. Look at this situation. Lacy didn't lie. She's not the girlfriend that was asking the court to bring Brandon home. But Lacy lied by saying that her children were not touched. And she never said that she was the one putting on those claims on Brandon. She also lied about being married to the man. So, do you see how it is to function like I'm functioned, which is you have to take every single instance as their own thing? That's just how I live as a person. I wanted to talk to my mother without my sister cutting her off, and my sister was not letting me speak to her. Hmm. Well, I'm not cool with your sister, so I cannot help with that, unfortunately, girl. Okay, so that is one of the things that Lacy sent me. Let's read it together. Okay. Can I put it bigger? No, that's not what I want. Can you see, guys? Okay. On Thursday, June 2019, at approximately 9 p.m., I, Officer C. Juarez, Giores, Juarez, was dispatched to address and reference to a SA. On arrival, I spoke to a woman who was sitting outside apartment and she identified herself as Lacy Water. And she stated she called police. Standing behind Miss Water, I observed a young girl who I later learned was as difficult to understand, but it appeared that she stated, "My daddy hurt me." I then spoke to Miss Water, who stated she had some photo on her phone, which she downloaded from a SD card that belonged to her husband, Brandon Waters. Miss Waters stated that Brandon tried to whip out the picture from the card using an app, but that she was able to retrieve them. She stated that the picture were of her husband at the youth challenge from when he used to work there. Miss Waters stated that it had been some time since he worked there and that he currently worked at Aspire with mentally challenged youth. I did observe naked photo of Brandon and a room. That is the officer talking. Okay, that's the officer talking. Okay, guys? I did observe naked photo of Brandon in a room that appeared that it could have been from the youth's challenge. And one of the photo, Brandon is completely naked, taking a photo of himself in a mirror. I observed other photo of Brandon shirtless, taking a photo of himself in what appeared to be the bathroom. A third photo of Brandon was his back shirtless with a large tattoo on his back, which appeared to have been taken by another person. Miss Water then spoke of an incident which her daughter revealed to her today in 2019. She stated that her daughter told her that a shadow man will come into her room and touch her, and that she then pointed to her private part. Miss Water also stated her daughter mentioned that she saw her father and another woman doing things. And when asked what that was, I guess, she turned her hand and did not answer the question. Miss Water also stated that mentioned that her father would touch her while another woman watched. Miss Water believed that the woman her daughter was talking about could possibly be redacted. Miss Water stated that since Brandon has moved out, he has been staying with this female. So I guess that's would be Heather. Miss Water did not know her last name, and she only advised that Redacted and Brandon have had an ongoing friendship, and that she has left with Brandon on occasion when he was been with. I don't know what I mean. Miss Water also mentioned on occasion where Brandon pulled a pew pew on her approximately a month ago. She stated that she did not report the incident. Miss Water mentioned that since then they have been separated and that she went to file for a restraining order today due to him calling her non-stop. Miss Water stated that Brandon has not been in contact with her daughter since the incident from approximately a month ago. Miss Water advised that she last heard he was supposed to be getting an apartment at Saddle Creek. Miss Water also said that she cleared her apartment out from all his thing, and that when she did, she found lots of things which she found to be odd. She stated that the type of item which she found were sadistic, and that she discarded of them because she was scared. Miss Waters stated that one of the items which is found was a size 14 pair of underwear, which were bloody. Okay. Miss Water was advised that a detective will be contacting her for follow-up. Alrighty then. Okay, second page. No, size 14 underwear. The size of the underwear. But what matters is that the underwear was bloody. Like I said, I am gonna be talking about it and making my opinion known at the end of the weekend. There is way too much information for me to be able to just tell you now what's going on. Okay, so it finished because it's the same thing. This concluded my involvement in this case. I request this case to be forwarded to CID for follow up. I have no idea who the underwear belonged to. That is not, I don't know. I don't think a kid would be a size 14. So, yeah. So, if I understand correctly, hello, Trinity. So, yo, it's fucking complicated and complicated as hell. Hello, Phantom. She's lying. How do you know? Do you want to come up to say why she's lying? Because, so I'm just going to explain exactly what I've just read, okay, for everyone. Okay. Okay, so understand this. The officer was called for essay of the little girl. Brandon was out of the house for a month already. From what I am understanding of the story, he was out of the house for a month. And that is when, a month later, that is when the child had that situation happen. Just to be clear with everyone. Hello, Phantom.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, like I said, this is gonna be the Stay on Jelly's ass campaign. I'm on your ass, bitch. So, first off, I just want to provide a little bit of context. So, in
We're
America,
cool. We're cool. Okay, just to let you know.
yeah, I got you. It's all good. But yeah, for those of y'all know, Madgie has a wide and diverse crowd, right? So, in America, there is there has been a stigma throughout American history where accusing black American men of SA has been a go-to for white women. And there's been cases after cases. Now, not to say this isn't something that happens, of course it does. But it is a tool that you can even find on the internet. Black guy did it. That still goes on, right? So that's just to provide a little context for people who might not be around black American men or don't know how the system here operates. You can make a call and accuse a black man of pretty much anything, and you'll be, given the benefit of the doubt. So that's the context there. But here's where she's fucking lying. Because when this became a thing, when it was first exposed, Jelly told us she didn't know who that was, right? She didn't know of Brandon Waters. But she said, I reached out to Brandon Waters. The case was dismissed. The mother was lying. Okay, she said the mother was lying. The case was dismissed. That man is innocent, and the mother was lying on him for her own benefits. Now, flash forward. Jelly is the fucking mother the whole goddamn time. You lying bitch. Tell me I'm fucking lying before I get them receipts. That's why you trying to take my channel down, bitch, because I know you. Don't fucking play with me. All right, that's it.
Why would she say that to you? Why was she talking about Brandon?
I'm because Illis, Mel, and some people who are on my channel did the research on that case and connected it to Jelly. The first time it came up, Jelly's defense was she didn't know none of those people. She didn't know a Brandon Waters. That wasn't her husband. Right now that we got all those people here, we got the husband, we got the sister, we got the son. So now we can get to the fucking truth, you little lying piece of shit. She said that that man was innocent and the mother was lying and accused him of a crime he didn't commit. There are people here who know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you look in the chat, they were there when that happened.
What in the bipolar shit is going on, Lacy? You're the mother. Those are your children. I can understand. Because remember, guys, Lacy did not only accuse her sister of taking her identity to get married to Brandon, she also acted as if she didn't know Brandon, which is why a lot of people, most of their investigation was on proving that she knew Brandon because Brandon was the bad guy. But now I'm hearing that the mother lied, but she know the mother lied, but she is the mother that lied.
100%. And that's what the family said. That's what the whole thing when I was interviewing the family. The brother backed him up. The sister went in court and testified. They all said, was he a piece of shit husband that cheated? Yes. But was he a good dad? For sure. Even the son, who they say he's accused of touching, he said, that man never did that to me. My mother put me up to it. She told me I had to protect my sister. She made me feel guilty. I was a fucking kid. So she told me to go in there and say that he did that to me. But and then Brandon said, you know what, bro? It's all good. I forgive you. I hope you're doing well in life. I hope you got a job and you're working. It's all right. Jelly put her son up to lie on that fucking man. Her son said that, and he said that. So who's telling the truth and who's lying, Jelly? Tell her to come up here. Because I talked to the whole fam, you goofy bitch. I'm on your ass.
Because I was wondering, how did it become about the son? Because now we're reading the police report, it was about the daughter. How did it suddenly become about the son and Walmart and all of that? Do you know?
Because the daughter was too young to like make a concrete case. You would need a lot of evidence, right? Because they can't really. It's hard to make a case like that and make it stick. So the son is more coherent and could be more explanatory of what happened, you know. And that's why everything got thrown out because it was all BS. And Jelly said that herself. She said the case was BS. It's been nully processed. That man is innocent because she was acting like she didn't know him. So she told us, leave that man alone. I got in contact with him and he's innocent. And the whole goddamn time, she was the one on the case when she was telling us she wasn't.
So my mod is saying Blake said in Phantom panel that his little sister said someone hurt her. What
This
is
is
your
what Blake
theory
said.
about that? Because I
Blake
do believe
said,
someone traumatized that little girl after.
this is
Because
what
I
Blake
think it's,
said.
hmm?
Blake said, yeah, we were talking yesterday. Blake
Yeah.
said, my mom told me that. My sister never told me anything happened to her. My mom told me someone hurt my sister, and that's how she put him up to lie for in court. He said that specifically. My sister never told me that she was hurt. My mom told me that. That's what Blake said.
Because I heard Lacy, I don't know if you were there yesterday on her live. She was talking about her daughter started like seems directly after the father left. She started being extremely scared, wetting the bed. And I have three theory about that situation because I think abuse is being committed on that child. So the first theory is that the father did something and now that he's gone, her body is finally letting itself go and she is like, crying out for help. Or second thing, suddenly now another man is in the house and suddenly now she's scared and talking about shadow man. Maybe that other man is the one who did something to her. Or third, someone is traumatizing that child to make her so scared that she will say anything to just be free. So I don't know. What do you think, Phantom?
Well, what I think is that it's a touchy subject, so I can only go off the facts. The facts
Mm-hmm.
are what Jelly told us. So what I have to say is fine, but what he
Phantom, we
told
cannot hear
us.
you. We cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay, so it's a touchy subject, but I can only go off the facts and what was told to me. So the facts are the case was thrown out, and the facts are Jelly told us that man is innocent. So do I believe the courts or do I believe Lion Jelly? Because she lied about not being the mom who put the case on him. She put the
Jelly,
case on Brandon.
there is a real question that I really think you should address. Like at the end of the day, I am only trying to get up to the bottom of this. Something is going on and there are children involved. So I think it's because I'm hearing about Snoopy saying that she's gonna call CPS on Lacy, and I'm like, this is not a game. We really need to be careful about what we're doing right now. There are actual underage people in this situation. I don't know if you heard that, Phantom.
Yeah, that my concern is her and her bullshit because even Blake admitted she's abusive. She used to beat his ass. He said I used to have to fight my mom off of me. She would drag him by his hair, kick him around the house, like he had to all kind of shit. You know, she's abusive. She abuses. Her ex husband said she was abusive. She tried to choke him out while he was sleeping in fucking bed. Like
Which
she's a crazy
ex-husband?
motherfucker.
Which one?
Brandon. This is what
Brandon.
Brandon said. So we got multiple
Timothy
people.
is also her ex. That's why I was confused for 5 seconds.
Yeah, Brandon. So we got multiple people saying she's abusive domestically, son and ex husband, and they have separate incidents. Because when this happened to Blake, I don't think Blake was living with Brandon. I think he was living with Kyle because he got older, right? He became a teenager. But yeah, so yeah, bitch, why don't you get up here and answer some of this? Now we know the truth about your monkey ass. Remember, you like to call niggas monkeys, right? Get your monkey
Oh
ass up
my
here,
God.
you dumb bitch.
Can we not call anyone monkey about anything, please?
All right, well, if she say it, I'll say it. But I got you. That's what's up.
Thank you. So much appreciated. Uh, you don't know where my kids live again. You have it wrong. Well, Lacey, you're the only one who can, argue for your side. Nobody else can argue for you. Certainly
Yeah,
not myself.
tell her to get up here and ask her if I'm lying. Tell her to get up here. Cause
Yeah, just
I
get
got
up
the tapes,
here.
Jelly. I got the tapes. So get on up here and tell me I'm lying. Tell me you didn't tell me that that man is innocent and the case was nully processed and it was thrown out when you were pretending like that wasn't your ex husband and you had no fucking idea who he was, and that the people who are trying to get in contact with him should stop because he wants to be left alone when the whole time that was your ex-husband that you put the case on and then acted like you didn't even know who he was.
Lacey, everyone would gladly come to your channel. But the thing is, it's hard to be neutral because you have absolute control. You can mute them, you can drop them. Do you not see the imbalance of power? If you want to have an actual conversation, thank you, Lacey. I appreciate you. Phantom, she's here. Is it okay?
Yeah, let her up. Tell me I'm lying. And I'll drop right now and go play the
First of
tapes.
all,
Tell me I'm
little
lying.
bitch, don't call me a bitch, bitch. We'll get that clear
Tell me
fast.
I'm lying.
You are a
Tell me I'm
fucking
lying.
sicko. Does Kay
Tell me
have
I'm lying.
autism?
Tell me I'm lying.
Did you sleep with her and try to get thousands of dollars out of her and lie about your name? Neil
What are you
from
talking about?
FedEx.
My
What are you
name's not
talking about? When
Neil.
you fucked Kay, who's autistic, did you try to get her to give you thousands of dollars of her money? Did you get paid for a super rich and then
No.
tie me out and
No.
then let Jed do it 8 times? You
You
said that's a neutral
retarded.
platform over there. Did
Stop
you let your girlfriend
deflecting.
call you that for
Stop
30 times?
deflecting.
The N
Stop
word? No, you
deflecting.
came up here
Stop
talking shit about me,
deflecting.
bitch.
Why are you lying
Now,
about
can
your
we get the
ex-husband?
timer, Maggie,
Why are
please?
you lying about
Yes,
your
we're doing the
ex-husband?
timer right now. So please,
Stop deflecting,
Lacey,
I
Jelly.
don't have to
you will
deflect shit. You
start.
don't know shit about my life. Shut the fuck up.
I know
You
everything
will
about your
start.
life because
You
you
will
told me
You
start.
know
everything.
nothing about my life.
I
Yes.
know everything.
Okay,
You know
Phantom,
nothing.
please.
Tell me about my life. Bitch,
Okay,
tell me about it. I
Thank you,
want him to
Phantom.
start by telling me about it.
You're
I don't
sure?
have to. I just gotta open the
Lucy?
tapes.
Start by
Phantom,
That's
telling
give
me
all I
me
about
gotta
it.
one
do.
second. Phantom, give me
I
one
have
second.
hours of footage of you,
Phantom,
Jelly.
It
Hours.
doesn't matter. The police are gonna make you put
Lacy,
hours out of you letting me be doxxed, lied on, sexually harassed, accused of being murdered, and everything else. So put it
Phantom,
out.
Yeah.
please no. Lacy, are you sure you want him to start? This cannot go like that. This is a conversation. Please. What do
Put
you want? Do
out
you want
what
to
you have
start?
on me. Tell me what you have on me. Go
So you
ahead.
want him to start?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
calm down. Okay, we are calming down. Please, Lacy.
Why don't you ask him why you went and take the content of my fucking kids down? He's a sicko. Go ahead. Start, bitch.
Okay, there.
Start.
That's good. At least the volume is down. I'm happy. So let's put you on mute. Phantom, you have
Now,
3 minutes. So
for
yeah.
yeah, I'm only gonna do this once because I got everything on her. I got hours and hours of footage of her losing her mind, late hours of the night. Her son is telling me that what she was doing was taking Adderall and staying up for days. Even when this was happening, we were asking Jelly, "When do you sleep?" Because she was up for like 3 to 5 days straight, arguing on different panels like she does these days. She's been doing this. This isn't new behavior. She's gonna deflect from what I said and bring up some shit that doesn't even matter. As far as K is 30 years old and is just as lying and manipulative as Jelly is. And the only money she gave me is $10 on a PayPal. So Jelly comes up with all these fucking crazy ideas in her head and she thinks it's the truth. Now, when I drop down, do not let her deflect. Keep her on topic. Don't let her make it about me. Make it
No,
about
you confront
with
her. I'm not doing this.
no,
You're
no, no,
sitting
no,
there
because
and you're
I'm not
talking to
sticking
her.
around because I got the truth on her. If she wants to
I'm
lie, I'm gonna let
gonna
her
say
lie and
what
just put the
I
truth
want.
out. I got my two
Phantom,
minutes.
just
You're
do the
interrupted.
thing. Just do
I'm
the
just
thing.
saying
It's 3:30.
she's gonna make it about me, right? But when we're on her and what she got going on, she told us that man is innocent and he didn't do it, and the daughter and the mother was lying to put a case on him for her own reasons. That's what she told us. Now she says anything different than that, I'm releasing the tapes on you, bitch. You little lying piece of shit. You. I got your ass, Jelly, and that's it.
Okay, bitch. Bye. Are you done? Bitch. Let him keep calling me a bitch and we're gonna have a problem. Bitch.
No,
Don't
this
call
is
me a
just
bitch, you little punk ass.
so he is live right now. That's why he cannot have a conversation. It's about fucking conversation. Jesus Christ. But it's a good question. Hello, Lacey.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? I'm good. You?
I'm fine. I have said a million times I have hid who my daughter's father is because it was for my daughter.
Yeah.
He was asking to go live with that Snoopy lady. But when the Phantom puts that tape out, it's already been placed with the police. So the people he had threatening to kill me that made me flip out like that, the ones that he was letting say they were going to unalive my children, rape them and crap down their throat, the ones he kept bringing on panel to pull firearms on me, all of that's going to be. You think that he's just going to play tapes on me and the police are not going to get every single video? You think YouTube is not getting everything? So every person that doxed me, every person who sexually harassed me, abused me, lied on me, I already said I'm going to lie about who her dad is. Why do you think I don't want them to know? Didn't you just read the kink shit that he just had up there? Didn't you see the pictures?
I have a
Now I
question
caught.
for you, Lacey.
Go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
did you say the thing that he said that he was innocent and the mother lie? Did you ever say that?
No, I said it was nully processed because in the state of New Mexico, that's defamation. That's just me saying it's nully processed. Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. It's nully processed to try to not, you know what I'm saying, have them do anything to further look into him. They were already posting all of that stuff. So I'm not going to tell the truth about who her fucking father is. And I'm not going to lie and say that I am.
Yeah, because the biggest lie I would say that I have seen is the Brandon and you not being married. But your sister stealing your identity, you seem to talk a lot about this.
Yes, and I have messages with Tim and with her baby's dad. I wasn't even going to play him. You want to keep it going. He wants to keep it going for numbers. Madgie, he had 430 people whenever he started that channel when I went over there. And because they followed over me over there doing what they were doing, he got up to 879. Now he has had no views. Now his numbers are going back up because he's exploiting me and my family. And he's only giving out evidence of what I said, not what everybody else said.
Mm-hmm.
What they were doing to trigger me, all the death threats I got, and everything else on his panel. And I will turn into sick shit. Kay is autistic, and she has 2 autistic sons that are on not the high functioning scale, the lower functioning.
Okay, and why does she matter?
Because he's saying that he said she's lying and manipulative. Remember when he was up here saying that? He said, and Kay, she's lying and manipulative. No, she has autism, and she has a lot of money because she had bad things happen to her. And he was sleeping with her, lying about his name, and trying to get her to give him thousands of dollars.
Okay, so that was like for you, the point of this is to tell us that he exploited that woman for money?
I'm saying he exploited her. He exploited me because he put me up there and put them saying those things about unaliving my kids, graping me, daddy corn, everything else. He put all of that up there. I had to put in my emails, I had to beg him 75 times to stop putting my kids.
So what's the issue between you and Phantom?
The issue with me and Phantom is that he lied. He said that, like I did start all this stuff. I didn't. He won't put out all the tapes because he's protecting certain CCs, trying to make me look bad.
What do you mean?
And whenever he was talking about the Heather girl, and I said she passed away, he was talking about when Illis did the doxing of him in the first place. So I already told you, I'm not going to fucking, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, let me try to calm down because he sets me off. A lot of it happened on his panel. I have a seizure disorder, Phantom. You're responsible for everything you continue to let happen. I reported it to YouTube. I reported it to the police. You continue to let them dogs harass me, say I was on drugs. You let them say that I was doing stuff to my children. He let them say that I did my own son.
You did what?
He let them say that I was doing my own children on that platform, and then let TY pull firearms on me. And he thinks he's going to threaten me with putting something out because he's mad at me that his girlfriend is white and called him the N-word 30 times in a row. And I said, how are you coming at me to blame me for that? So I don't give a fuck what tapes you put out. Your girlfriend calling him the N-word 30 times. I said that man didn't about touching my son. You knew nothing about my daughter. That's the whole point. Nobody knew nothing about my daughter because I was protecting my daughter, you fucking dip. What the fuck don't you get? Madgie didn't know about my daughter. Nobody knew about my daughter. Then that's why I didn't want anybody knowing about my daughter.
But I have a question about that. Can you explain to me how it became from? Because clearly from the police report that we just read, it was about your daughter. Why did it become about your son?
Because my son called me at 4:00 in the morning. So, okay, police come. We do the interview. They set it up. And then that's at the bottom. It says it's referring it to the sexual abuse department. So they set up a forensic interview. Blake was upstairs staying the night with Perry. He called me at 4:00 in the morning and he told me that he was hurt. Now, the police, I can't remember. You have it in front of you because I don't. But whatever time it was, from that time until then, he was with Perry. They had the appointment at 8. Whenever I got in there, I called the police back at 4:17 a.m. And when I called them back in there at 4:07, when I called the police back at 4:17, they just said, bring all the kids. Brenton would have been the one that I would coach because Brenton is the oldest. They're the one that said Brenton always listens to me. If I was going to coach one, I would coach the oldest. He said he was not touched. So all that time, I went and go through thinking, I let this happen to my child, or I let this happen to my child. So then Perry, the boy that I took care of that lived upstairs, told me that his little sister was molested and touched by his stepdad. And he told Blake to say that. This was recently. Now, this kid is troubled and he's in jail right now. And he called me and he's like, Mama Lacy, I'm going to go away. If you can just write me, call me, whatever. I have an hour and a half long conversation with the detective by the Phantom wants to say Blake's not playing, you guys. An hour and a half long of video of a conversation with the detective saying that Blake lied to me about a car chasing after them. He lied. He went to the police and gave statements. He was involved in an aggravated assault and nobody even notified me, not even the police. So the detective already had his case file on there. And he knew Perry. And he's like, I know Perry. I know him very well. I have to go see him next week.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand the Perry thing. Who the fuck is Perry?
Perry is a kid that lived upstairs that I took care of because his family didn't take care of him. His brother was a little bit older and like in his 20s. And so he couldn't really actually take care of him. So I bought him clothes and I did all that kind of stuff. He just like, slept at his brother's. His brother couldn't take care of him.
Okay, so Madgie, Blake said that his sister told Tim that Brandon hurt her on Phantom's
She
Lot.
did.
Okay,
She did.
so it wasn't you that told her that told him that.
No, reread
was
that.
not correct.
Did you reread the report? Because I believe it says in there, Tim, she started off, she told Tim, and then I grabbed her up from Tim, and then I was talking to her. Because when she said he hurts me, the first instinct I did was grab her. And then I said, do you mean that because sometimes a kid can say he hurt my feelings and mean that he hurts you. So I said, do you mean he hurts you or he hurts your feelings? And that's when her hands went to her genitals.
Okay. And Elizabeth, we have read the report already. Well, the first place. As Tim since passed away, nobody is dead.
No. Anthony is dead.
Yeah, exactly. Except Anthony, the first man who is the father of the two oldest boy.
But you're also not seeing, Madgie, that Brandon is the one who has that on his court record that he's dead because he was getting sued for a car accident. And he was trying to hide his identity. He also didn't tell you.
Where can I find that?
That's on the nmcourts.gov. And it's the one case against like another, like a lady. That's where it says death notice on file.
Wait.
And then he changed his name to Stellar Mance and put all of that kink freak stuff on his stuff. And I had no idea until Illis doxed it.
So the Stellar, not that. The Stellar Mance.
That stuff that you're reading, 13 years it said he was involved in the kink community. I ain't never been involved in no kink community. Explain it. Explain it, Madgie.
Well, I'm not going to shame people for kink, except if it involves a minor. That's when I have a problem.
But he said that he never did that, and that wasn't him, and that I photoshopped those pictures that Illis found.
Oh!
On Phantom's channel. He said I did it, so on my live, I had to bust out that Illis did it.
Well, yeah, no, it's Illis that did that?
Yeah, Illis put out all this information 6 months ago.
You know, they were going after Brandon. And so if I understand correctly, for
yes,
months,
and they should, because Brandon did touch my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the judge, the gall.
But not your son.
From what Blake is saying now, no. From what Blake said then, yes. From Blake said now, no. And that's what I was on the phone with the detective for. Because Blake, when he came out with it, he thought he was going to be in trouble. That's why I have a call on the phone with the detective. Then CPS was notified because Blake was being around my sister and my brother, and they were all going through this, I told you, insurance stuff. And they were putting stuff in his head then. He wouldn't listen to me. He didn't want to come home. He didn't want to listen and do what he was supposed to. And that's why I said, why are you going to have him get a car? Because I just didn't think you knew that he had no license. So he literally called us like a few weeks ago to ask us for $200 for his license. He's mad that I didn't get him anything for his birthday, and I didn't. Because he tried to call his brother and coerce him into signing documents for a lawsuit that's worth $100,000.
So when he asking money now, well, he's not asking money. When we gave him money now, did he contact you really to tell you
Yes, he
that?
did. Yes, he did. And he was laughing about it. And I think I have it on video. I don't know which phone. I'll upload it.
Yeah,
He was
that'll
laughing
be
about
fun.
it. And also on Phantom's channel, it says that my sister pushed him to say that. I uploaded the live. My sister said that I asked Blake what happened. He told me the same story that Lacy told me. But I got mad at Lacy one day and told him, just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. Why would she do that when she got mad at me and not think it was a lie when he said it before she was mad at me?
Because their son is involved and a lot of different thing with the law. Maggie, he just apologized to Brandon on Phantom's live. Who? The son? Good for him.
That's because they are having him all turned against me. They have all paid for this play. And then the Phantom is saying that because Blake knows that he is in trouble.
I just
So now
trying to
for him to
understand
do
why that
that,
18 years old keeps on going on panel. Like, does he not want to talk to his mother? What's the point of this? I don't
because he's
understand the
getting money,
little.
Maggie, he laughed at me and told me. He's trying to get his brother to coercively sign a document so that he gets $7,500 and they get $85,000.
For what?
And that for a car accident that they were in. And I said Brenton has more damages.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, he's going to apologize because of what's being said. My sister's in his ear. We're fighting. The truth came out about my mom and what she let happen to me yesterday. You think they're not going to come back and say stuff, Madgie? For real, for real? Look at everything that I had to say yesterday in my live
Why
that
did
no
you
one
say
had
that?
answers for.
Why did you say that your mother told you to reconcile with Stormy, the content creator?
Because she did. Because she did.
Okay. Because she said no. So why
I
would she
think
lie?
that, why would she lie? Why would she lie about everything she lied about the whole time she's been on these panels?
What
She
do you
lied
mean?
about everything. Stormy
What
and
else?
Blake have been watching these channels and
Stormy and
seeing
Blake.
what they
Okay.
say. Because listen, how do they know? If none of them have seen me in 5 years, how do they know jack shit about me? I want to know that.
Well,
So,
they still know things about you from your past.
yeah, my past that has nothing to do with all the stuff they're talking about now. So how would they know anything about what's going on now?
Well, you're talking because I'm like the fact that they know what's going on with you and you what's going on with them. That's not what I'm trying to understand. Why they would lie on you? Like what is going on? What's the
Literally,
problem?
$100,000 is in the play. 100,000 is in the mix because if they get Brenton to sign, then that will go. They'll have all of that money up front. And that's what they want. That's what Blake is mad about. I have texts of him messaging me that he will lie on me. I have texts of him messaging me. I recorded Brenton and got him to say he was signing it, and I recorded him. And now he's saying Brandon didn't do that, throwing his own little sister under the bus. My oldest son will not get on here and talk about his sister. He will not talk to his brother ever again in his life, he said.
But what does that have to do? Because that $100, that's about a car accident, right?
$100,000, yeah.
$100,000. That's about a car accident.
And they want Brenton to sign to where that her kids get $85,000 and Brenton's fees are not covered. So she lied to me about having insurance. Okay.
Oh.
This is my sister. My brother's girlfriend got in contact with me. Yeah. And she lied about her car not being paid off. All 4 boys were in the accident. My 2 boys and the 2 boys that lived with her. She said they hadn't paid her out for her car. They hadn't paid her for anything. And she needed me to sign something so she could get paid out for her car. At this time, I had just had my car accident, which was in March. And at that time, I said, well, you know what? I have an attorney for the car accident. So he said he would take the case for all 4 boys. That's when I found out she was lying. She had a lawyer the whole time who offered my kids $1,000. out of $100,000. That I actually offered him $1,000 out of $50,000. Then I found the other insurance policy that they were hiding, which is another $50,000. So between 4 kids, there's $100,000, and she thinks that those kids, the one that was driving that caused the accident, and the other one, should do that. And Phantom just came up here to pull numbers off of your people
Yeah,
because
that's fine.
my
That's
sister's
fine.
not. My sister
Yeah.
knows that you said that about her, so he's coming in trying to pull it. He's been messaging me all morning, telling me, "Oh, it's good to talk to your family. Stop being this, stop doing that, this and that." So now he's trying to keep it going, Madgie.
No, this is need to end on fucking like this weekend.
It's
This is
today.
normal.
It's today. I already said I wasn't talking about it anymore, but I'm not going back on my word. I'm not pulling the Stormy. He
Yeah.
came up here and he's going to be addressed because he is a disgraceful little fuck. Why do you let everybody on your panel call everybody the N-word anyway? What are all those black people doing over there? McSmith is still over there. Why is your girlfriend calling you that? And then you blamed it on me. Him and his girlfriend, he let Yepes get up there. He let Yepes get up there for 3 hours calling me a meth head, all kinds of different stuff, saying everything about me. Then he let his girlfriend get up there because she was jealous and she got mad at him and she called him that N-word 30 times in a row. And then I called her on it. And then when I called her on it, he said, "Well, you said it." So then he tried to turn it all around on me.
Okay. But to go back to your family and the $100,000 and them lying about you, I'm trying to understand what that $100,000 have to do with Brandon Waters.
No, with Blake apologizing and throwing his sister under the bus is what I'm talking about. For Blake to say that, this was just recently told to me that Perry was the one who told him. I have the video, a voice, a phone call with Tim.
So Perry told him what? That he should be
That
the one
his
saying,
sister,
yeah.
his sister was abused before and they wouldn't do anything for her, and that he
Okay.
should. And now he stayed the night with that boy. He called me at 4. I called the police back at 4:17. The interview was at 8. Didn't know what was said. The detective came out. Briley was sucking her thumb, would not speak. Brenton said nothing happened to him, and Blake said what he said. If I was going to coach one of my kids to say it, I would have coached Brenton, who they keep telling you is my favorite.
Mm-hmm. So Blake said something happened to him. What does that have to do with Perry? You think he was influenced by Perry?
No, Perry told him to do that because his sister was touched and nobody did nothing about it. And before Perry went to jail, Perry called me and told me that. So that's when I was talking to Detective Duran and let him know. And that's when he said, "Yeah, I'm going to talk to Perry." Because Blake was thinking he was going to get in trouble because he came to me crying about lying.
Okay, so Blake did lie about the stepfather, about Brandon Waters.
I've said that many times.
Okay,
But he called me at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's for me. I'm trying to understand.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, hon. I'm
Okay,
trying to calm down. Let me calm down.
Exactly. I'm like, this is cool. We are safe. It's just like I'm trying to understand. So I'm like, okay, so basically what happened is that you called the police for what happened with your daughter. And then when the
Yeah.
police came, Blake said, "Well, he touched me." But he did that because he had conversation with Perry in the past where Perry told him that his little sister was being touched and he should have done something. So he felt that this was the only way to protect his little sister.
And Perry was the boy that lived upstairs. So it wasn't like he told them in the past. He told them that night. So they knew the police came and everything. Blake was like, "Can I go stay the night with Perry just to get out of the house because of what happened?" It was the same night at 4 o'clock in the morning is when I got the phone call.
Okay, so Blake went directly to the police station to to say that.
We had to have, remember I told you we had a forensic interview scheduled for my daughter. They told me to bring it into, to bring all of the kids in. So I brought Brenton, Blake, and Brian.
Okay. And then that's when he said.
Yeah, because at first they didn't tell me to bring the boys in because nothing was said about the boys. So it was only for Briley. Then when I called back at like 4:17 in the morning, they told me to bring all the kids.
And that's when that story became more because because the daughter, when she had that interview, it wasn't coherent enough
She wouldn't
because
talk.
she was 3 or 4.
Well, she was 3, but the questions they were asking her and how she was already acting, she shut down. She wouldn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to say that
Which is
you
why
had your
they couldn't sue him. They couldn't go
exactly.
after him because you say it's because of her age, but I'm like, no. Like, you can go after anyone for any age.
Well, I say it's her age
essay
because she
6
didn't
months.
know what to tell them about what part it was, is why I said her age.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
because kids that are young can't prosecute, but
Exactly.
because of her age, she can't say, this is my vagina. She can just touch that area and tell them. But she
Mhm.
disclosed with dolls, but that wasn't until she got safe with her, because she didn't have a therapist or anything or a reason for one. So until she got safe with her therapist, who's been one for 30 years, did she disclose, and she did with dolls, and the therapist did not tell me. The therapist called CYFD, and that's what she's supposed to do. That's what she's supposed to do.
Siguna, ask her why did she lie about what subject exactly. What are we talking about right now? Because if it's about the Brandon brothers of it all, I understand that it's about protecting her child. She didn't want this situation to be associated with her daughter. Is there
I didn't want this
something
to
else?
happen.
Yeah. Is there something else you want to address?
And Brandon going
So
on there
Matthew
trying
has
to say,
yes, I'm going to help children show and tell what happened during case like this. Yes, that's why I'm saying it's not about. Hello, maman. Tu t'en vas?
yes, but
Yes.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't
Bye.
realize you were talking
Oh
to
no, I'm
someone.
just talking to my mom. She's leaving.
Oh, I know. Hello. I thought you were saying something I couldn't understand to me. I'm sorry. I didn't know someone
Yeah,
else
I
was
was
in there.
speaking French. I was speaking French. So yeah,
Okay. No, it's okay. I just said I didn't. I thought you were talking to me.
the
But
baby doll.
no,
Mm-hmm.
but no, Brandon, another thing that I want to mention now, he had open visitation to the kids until this was said. Father's Day, I was going to make him Father's Day dinner on Tuesday on their day off because it was going to be late because that was his visitation day without
Mm-hmm.
any supervision. Timothy took him back and forth to work. Timothy loaned him money, everything. So all of that yeeted. Then whenever baby girl did that, started acting like that, Tim had to take her. If Timothy did that to her, why would Timothy be the one having to take her, carry her, hold her, watch her? She crying to him. Why would I have pictures of her standing on his shoulders happy? But
That means
she's
that means nothing. But like
well,
pictures, I'm
I
like,
mean,
all I can say is
compared
that
to
yeah.
compared to melting down, going to the hospital, bedwetting, thumb sucking every time she has to go see Brandon.
Well, if that's a whole situation and all that happened when she was 3 years old, now she's how old? 14?
No, she's 10.
She's 10. Okay, my bad. So yeah, she's 10. So now it's been 7 years. What is her relationship with her dad now?
There's none. I have sole custody because the judge, the guardian, 3 women with 100 years experience said,
Mm-hmm.
and they did not include Blake's case with it. It was not allowed to be assessed because it was
Mm-hmm.
still in you know what I'm talking about.
Like
It
in
was still in
court.
it was still in
Yeah.
court. Nothing was proven, so nothing could be said about him and his abuse at all. It was strictly about Briley's abuse. Strictly about Briley's abuse. They found his naked pictures in a youth facility. They
Yeah.
found they found littles on his phone where he was paying
Who?
for women to pretend littles where he was paying to pretend women to be between the ages of 2 and 5. The one who's not getting justice is Briley. The one who's not getting justice is Briley. Then he
So
sat on Phantoms and said he paid so much child support or he did so much. No, it's literally has to be taken out of his check. I don't care about his
mhm.
money and I don't want it. Literally is taken out of his check and it was $243 last year. He's ordered that per month, and that's based on minimum wage. He's never gone and bought her anything. He's never gone and tried to pay for anything, and I don't want his money. Kyle pays for her stuff. Kyle takes care of her. I don't want his money, but part of the divorce, the judge ordered that, and he hasn't paid it.
Okay.
He's
So,
7,000 or 8,000 behind.
so since she was 3 years old, she had, because before she was 3 years old, he had visitation right, right?
Right before she was 3, he had yes, he lived with her. He lived with
Mhm.
her, and she started acting weird about a month before he actually moved out.
A month before he actually moved out. Bye, Mom.
Yes, that was with the depression, the anxiety, and the thumb sucking. The not sleeping in her room. She always slept in her own room. That didn't start until later, whenever I put him out of the house. So she kept saying the shadow man was in her window. He had already pulled a gun on me and Tim both, and my sister hid that for him. She lied. He pulled that firearm on me and Tim and then was waving it back and forth. So she hurried up and made a bill of sale for it and covered for him and went to court and testified that. My sister. And my sister went to court and testified that my father, who you know what he did to that girl now, would never do anything.
What he did to the girl, because
You don't?
we also need to talk about the house. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
shocked or what the fuck about the fact that, because you said you recognized the address.
I already talked to the girl. I posted the screenshots on my channel. I posted it. I talked to her. She said that she didn't know who it was because I told her that a CC had asked, and I asked for permission because my sister said that I never helped her or was there for her or was doing those things.
For the love of God, why is the minor being discussed on here? Because we're talking about Brandon. You want us to do what? You want us to talk about half of the story? Yo, Yisa, give me a break, man. Hello, Shannon. Please continue.
Oh, I don't even know what I was saying now. What was I talking about?
I'm mostly trying to understand about the timing of it all. Like, she started having those, like, the father wasn't there anymore in the house when she started having those reactions. Or was he
She
there?
was
Like,
for the last month she was, but the bedwetting didn't start until the visitation started. She started like shutting the door on him because he didn't really come and visit that much, but she started shutting the door on him whenever he would come and not wanting to be around him. But there was no parental alienation. She would refuse to go. They were bribing her, Madgie, with popcorn, candy.
that person, I don't know who that is. That person is asking that question, but
I
I don't
don't
know
even
who
know
that is.
who Everything Is Good is. I don't know what they're talking about. But what I'm saying is that on Phantom's panel, TY pulled a gun on me twice. So what do you mean?
Mhm.
And why would Phantom let
Okay.
TY up there?
Thank you, Isa. I appreciate you, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm trying to understand. Okay, that's what is going on. But if it's too much, I understand. Yeah, please
Like
continue.
I said I wasn't going to get on another platform and talk about this, and I will not get back up, Maggie. I'm not just talking
Yeah,
about
that's
this
fine.
anymore.
Thumb sucking doesn't mean trauma.
Yes, it does.
Guys,
My daughter, are you a doctor? My daughter was diagnosed with adjustment disorder, PTSD, and then complex PTSD. She still takes medication for it. She still has to go to therapy over it. So don't tell me jack
listen,
shit about my
it
daughter.
cannot possibly be the only sign, but I can understand it's one of the sign because the person is traumatized. So sucking your thumb is comforting. So, but when you
Self-soothing.
stop, yeah, exactly. So when you stop, you normally stop. But if you go back to doing it, it's because you're trying to self-soothe yourself.
Thank you.
That's known about children. But
Thank
it's not
you.
enough. It's not the only sign. It needs to have way more sign than this.
Right.
So
There's
I heard Brandon on the panel wanted to raise money to help him get his access or custody of his daughter. So now I'm hearing about that, and I'm hearing about also people wanting to call CPS on Lacy. That is why I'm like, this is going really far. So we actually need to know what the fuck is going on, because there's actually crazy shit going on.
I really hope that they do, because Brandon, when he was on his ankle monitor, couldn't stay away from kids. Brandon was caught with kids. Brandon wouldn't stay away from them.
I don't know if it was
Brandon,
a valid question. She said she didn't do that, Danny. Why is you screaming at me? They asked a valid question. I don't know if she went back on Phantom's panel. You keep going back to Phantom's panel
because
time and
behind the
time again.
scenes,
Why?
because he was letting them up there to talk about my kids, about me, and I was triggered. That's why I kept going back. A, B, he was telling me he was going to fix it, not let that happen in the 75 messages we have. And I stopped going to his panel whenever he let Jed just time me out 8 times in a row. He kept asking me to come up there and verify this, or come up here because of Stormy this. He said,
with Phantom. Phantom was on panel with her. He could have had an actual conversation with her, and he decided to do what he did. Okay, that's not my fault. I cannot fight for Phantom. I don't even know their relationship.
the relationship is he grew his channel off my back because he has no content and he can't do any content of his own. So he at first got me up there and was propping me up, saying, Low Jelly is the Phantom Zone, like, like reps the Phantom Zone and everything and all of that stuff. Until all of the black tea sector got over there and started saying stuff, then he started stabbing me in the back and letting people time out and do all that stuff. He was paid for a super wrench for me by somebody I didn't even know. I would never pay for a wrench, but somebody sent one because Jed kept timing me out. And he never gave me that.
You need to stop with the just dropping in on my thing. Okay, you need to announce yourself. Okay, I don't like it. Please, Lacy, Phantom is in the back. Do you want him to come up?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to him.
He doesn't want you to come up, and you left. So it is what it is. Yeah, please continue.
So he'll run over there and say I'm scared, but I have no reason to talk to him. We were over here talking about something else. And what we were over here talking about had nothing to do with Phantom. I asked my mother some very serious questions that she could not answer. And I wanted to talk to my mother by herself. My sister has gone on several panels, throwing up cash apps. She's making money. She's keeping her child from his father, from her father. And he doesn't have a gall that gave her sole custody. She doesn't have a forensic examiner that said all of those things happened to her daughter. She just said she doesn't want to see him, so she doesn't have to. So why are we having this conversation then, Stormy? My sister, Stormy, why are we having this conversation? Yeah. By your logic, if she doesn't want to see him, she doesn't have to, then what the fuck are you trying to make her see him for?
She definitely didn't answer any question. Well, she's answering my question. Now, the question about the Phantom and why she came back, I don't even know the timeline. The only person that could actually confront her about it was Phantom, who decided to bounce. The moment we took out the timer, he decided to do his own thing. It's not about the truth. It's about content or something.
It's about content for him, 100%. And then my sister said, because Polo kept calling it out. Shout out to Polo and Polo's porch. Pay for trauma, because they keep paying them and they are lying. They did not get up there. Did Brandon get up there and say that there were any police reports or anything had to do with his daughter and why he couldn't see her? Did Brandon get up there and tell you guys why he couldn't see his daughter? No, he didn't. Why wouldn't he tell you that?
That's what you were explaining, because you said Blake's case was not taken into consideration. So what happened?
So if you look at that divorce document, it tells that it's the one you had on NMK's lookup. I don't know if I don't have it right here, but it's the one. It's the one you looked up before. Mm-hmm. If you look through that, it says awarded sole custody in the best interest of the child. All that stuff comes to the mother. So Snoopy was saying that all those supervised visits, all those things were against me. No, they were against Brandon. They were against him.
Give me 1 sec. So yes, what do you want, Jed? Jed, please, okay?
Okay, if
Please.
you scroll through there, it'll tell you who he said he petitioned to divorce me and he was leaving me. Who does it
Mhm.
say the petitioner is, Maggie?
The petitioner, I don't know. Petition,
Oh,
dissolution
you
of
don't have
marriage.
the full thing. Oh, you don't have the full
Right.
thing. Okay, I'll
To go
post.
up.
Wait, do you? Oh, you do. Yeah, it's up there at the top.
There you go.
Petitioner.
Yeah,
Petitioner.
petitioner, Lacy Waters, respondent, Brandon Waters. So
So
clearly we can see. Mhm.
why did he get on Phantoms and say that he divorced me? He told so many lies and caught himself in them. I'm glad he's doing it. It's going in front of a judge. He has not paid. He's going to concerts. He's going to do this, but he hasn't had money for child support. And he doesn't see her, and I don't want it. But what judge is going to make a traumatized child? Sole custody means that he has to prove that he does not any longer traumatize her. She's still in therapy and on medication and psychiatry.
So I see order suspending contact. Close on this order per court proceeding. Is that what the judge? So yeah, order
Yes.
granting petitioner custody of minor child.
Yeah.
And I also don't know really. I don't know why your sister is so pro Brandon.
Because they were messing around, Madgie. I was not lying about that. I was on the spot because I have always said I'm just going to say Tim is her dad because I don't want that on her. And Tim agreed with me. We've always just said that. It's just let it be that because of this. Because of this. And
She was messing around with Brandon. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, and I have her ex that she's keeping from her child, will tell you. And even in the conversation I had with Tim, she was running around with Brandon. Yes, she was 1,000%. I have pictures of them after it. After he did that to my daughter, she kept going to him, taking him holiday plates, taking him to the visitation. So he's getting out of the car with my mom and sister, walking up there while I'm having to have Tim carry my daughter limp in his arms from screaming and crying so hard for an hour that he
Mhm.
had to carry her in there.
I have another question because it's a good question. The statement said the girl was touched by him and a woman. Watch. Who was the woman?
That was the woman that we were talking about that he had over at the house. The Heather girl, he had
Okay.
her over at the house. And she didn't leave with, well, maybe one time she left with him, but he had her over at the house whenever we were going through separation. So there was no allegations. So there was no reason for me not to leave her with him. We were going through a separation, but we still lived in the same place. And that's how she came in contact with her. And that's what she was talking about.
How did you find out that that this woman was there when your girl was being essayed?
I don't know that she was there when she was being essayed. She told me she just saw things. She said she
Okay,
saw him.
she's the one who testified to you that she saw things.
Yeah, my daughter. That's what's in the police report. My
And
daughter
yes,
said,
Tim is Tim is the one that Lacey went with him after Brandon. Let's be clear, both of them were cheating. Okay, I'm not here to judge for those type of sins.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, please continue.
No, yeah, and if you look in Phantom's chat, Blake said I didn't cheat on him. We were separated, so that's out of the question. That his best friend, I got a video from Tim, not his best friend.
Okay,
Tim had to
and
sit out
it's
there.
true. And
Tim got
the
so upset.
declaration. Yeah, please
Tim got
continue.
so upset that the last thing we said on the phone, I was crying. And I was like, I can't believe I have to come to my ex-husband for this. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Just thank you for clearing this up for me so that I can have somebody that was there. And he said, and I said, this should bring justice for Briley. And he said, I hope to God that this brings attention to how bad they did her because he traumatized her. If it was Tim, she wouldn't go. She was just over there at Texas Roadhouse and they saw Tim. And she runs up and hugs him. She still talks to him. She's still around him fine. Kyle and Tim get along. They're not friends, you know what I mean? But like they're, hey man, hey, what's up? How's the family? Even in the video, you'll hear Tim saying, "Yeah, Kyle said you guys are looking to move out of here. Get out of here quick. This place is nothing." You know, like we all get along. I have not been around my family. This turmoil is all starting because
Mm-hmm.
of Illis doxing them and me calling them and telling them, and they're saying that I started all this stuff on the internet with people. They don't understand. I can't make a doxer dox you if they're mad at me. How, what? They're mad at me, so they dox you, and you're mad at me because I called you and told you in
No,
advance that.
Lady T, it absolutely said that the other witness, Heather and Brandon, having SEX. So that's what I'm trying to understand. Who said that and why was that even included?
That's what Briley said, and that's
They
what
said that she saw two people having SEX.
no, she said there was a strange lady with him and they were doing nasty stuff.
What does nasty stuff mean for a child?
Well, exactly. That's why they couldn't. Exactly. That's why they couldn't
Mm-hmm.
process what they needed to for her. That's exactly why. What does nasty stuff mean? And when you go to take that to a court of
I
law,
found
that's
it
what they're going to
disgusting when
say.
I was younger that my parents would kiss. That's what I mean by nasty stuff doesn't mean anything for a for me when a child says it. I'm trying to understand if did she make movement? Did she like how did she show you?
Oh, like gestures, like
Yeah.
it was just the way it was the way she was talking. She said the way that she said nasty stuff, and she looked down like I don't know. I didn't ever focus heavily on that though. I never focused on that heavily in court because I didn't know. I didn't know if that happened or not. That was what was said by her that night. So that's what was in the report. But I never brought that into court or anything like that and said this is fact or anything like that because I didn't know what she meant by it either.
And then so her when she went to because she was 3 years old, she couldn't explain exactly what happened. So the it didn't go through the court, no charge was put, nothing was done. But then Blake said something when he was interviewed, and that is when the charges came.
Yes, the state picked up the charges. But what happened with Briley is
Did,
when she
did you
disclosed,
did you
see why
believe
if
Blake at the beginning?
I'm always going to believe my child. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I lost my mind. I thought
Yeah.
I let him this happen to him. I lost my mind. I got sick. That's what caused the divorce between me and Tim because I thought I let this happen to my two children when really what I did was the first time my baby girl said something, I protected her. And that's why I told you I didn't notice anything funny going on prior to, but I'm still going to believe my child. Because don't you remember when you asked me prior to this, how did you see him act with the boys? And I told you prior to this, I didn't see him act like it was like sexual. He didn't treat them good, but it wasn't like it didn't make me think he's molesting my kids. My oldest son said he wasn't touched. Blake said he was. And Briley said nothing. She curled up in a ball and started sucking her thumb. What am I supposed to do about that and think and say and feel as a mother?
You can only protect your child. When you said that you went crazy and that's what caused what happened between you and Tim, what do you mean by that? Like the whole going and trial with with Brendan was too much for the couple?
Yes, because Tim had to deal with me and my trauma with what happened to me being triggered because my daughter and my son were going through this. And my son wasn't forced to have visitations, but Tim had to be the one to take baby girl up to see him at first. And then she started resenting Tim. She said, "You don't love me." And he said, "Why don't I love you more than anything?" And it was because the judge made him start leaving her in the room by herself with him. And then they say they're supervised, but nobody's in that room with them. And he whispered something in her ear, and that was the last visit she would ever walk in that room. She would hide behind Tim, grab his legs, grab me. Tim's mother tried to take her to be a neutral You know what I mean? A neutral a person, because she wouldn't go in the room by herself with him. They're supposed to end that after 10 minutes. They bribed her with candy, popcorn, movies, everything. And she still was terrified to go in there. Still. And her, it was during the same time frame, so between 3 and 4, because it happened during like the cross between then. And then he had pulled the gun on me, and there was no security at the Casa building. None. My father shot my mother and tried to unalive the other girl. So him pulling a firearm on me, he said in front of the judge, he wants to see her and he wants me to be the one to take her.
When did he and how did he, like, what was it in the courthouse that he, like, when did he, what
when
in the
he
courthouse?
yeah, and no, I'm saying in Casa they don't have anything to protect. Yeah, where the visitations take place. That's the place where the visitations take place. Okay. So they had no security, no nothing, and I've had my father pew my mother. So to me, he already pulled a gun on me, did what he did to my daughter. Why is this man trying to force me to go see him?
Blake is in the chat, just to let you know. Crazy how you made me lie. That's the only reason I said I got touched was you made me to protect my sister.
Blake, why don't you?
Yeah.
That's 100%. That's 100% lie. I have Tim on the phone where he called at 4:00 in the morning. You see, he's not in the report. Where do you see a report I made on Blake?
I have no problem with Blake. This is a 18-year-old, okay? If someone has a beef with an 18-year-old, you need Jesus, okay? They don't have a brain. So yeah, please continue. Like, he is blaming you. Shouldn't you have a conversation with your child?
I would have a conversation with my child, Madgie. My child's over here in your chat trying to have a conversation, and he's calling me laughing about all of this, saying that he's getting money in cash apps.
Yeah, that is an 18-year-old being that's an 18-year-old being an asshole. 18-year-old.
But what conversation is there that we can have if he just calls to say that?
Because it's your child. It's your
I'm asking you. That's what he calls for. Whenever he doesn't want to talk about that.
He's 18 and immature. What are you expecting?
Exactly, but you're saying I'm not having the conversation. All he has to do is hang up the phone.
You're the adult. Because you're the adult.
Are you not hearing? All he has to do is hang up the phone.
But now he's gonna be on panel. He cannot be starting doing that. Nah. That 18-year-old do. Oh Jesus, the 18-year-old are dumb. Okay, so yeah.
What is he saying? He wants to come on panel?
I think, Blake, you should come off panel, okay? If you want to talk to your mom, I'm going to put a timer and you can just express yourself. Both of you. I think that is literally that can help, because this should not be on the internet, friends. But I shall be the counselor if needs to be. I have that formation as a teacher.
Shouldn't be on the internet. People who dox be put on the internet, and I'm the one catching all the heat for the shit.
It's not I'm not saying it's anyone's fault. I'm just saying.
I'm talking in general, not to you, not about you.
Okay. Because I'm like, it is what it is.
Had they not been doxing my information and putting that stuff out there, and I tried to call and warn my sister. Did you see how stupid she is? She's like, I'll show him the text. You called me and said Illis was going to do this and going to do that. And what does Illis have all over her page? Pictures of my sister. And Illis said that she got those pictures of Brandon from my sister, and that my sister wanted to sleep with her. I don't know what's going on. Brandon said, I photoshopped those pictures. Those pictures came from Illis that came off of his Stellar Mance page, the name he tried to change. So yes, he did try. I'm
going to get on letter to PN. I am on the road tonight. I don't know where. I don't know if I'm going to be live tonight, but I wish you the best.
And I'm not going to be anywhere that you're at talking about that. I'm going to be recording it, documenting it, and sending it to the police.
Like I said, I'm like, this is about content. It looks like it's not about having a real conversation. I'm just like, just have the motherfucking conversation. Stop fucking worrying about where you're having the conversation because of the views. I'm literally like, Lacey will not go on Phantom. Okay? Like this. No, Tara, at the same time, no. This is literally ridiculous. Why would she go on Phantom or Snoopy or Stormy? Why?
Thank you.
That doesn't even make sense. That's why I'm trying to be the neutral ground, but the family is actually giving me a headache. You are playing content creator game and you're not fucking content creator. Thinking about where I should go, where I should not go. I'm like, just have a conversation with your mother, man. If you think for 1 second, and the same way, I don't agree that those conversations should go on Lacey's channel because of the imbalance of power. And what world would I recommend to go on Phantom or Snoopy for the same reason of imbalance of power?
I got timed out 8 times by Jed, and he made a big deal about it and laughed
Why would
about
you
it. So,
record your son to turn into the police? I'm a murderer.
what'd you say?
Uh, Tara asked, why would you record your son to turn into the police? I feel like this is more about Phantom.
Because he's literally lying on his sister again, and he has a history of it, and I'm turning that over to the detective that's dealing with the lie that he told about the aggravated somebody chasing him and trying to do this stuff that he literally made a whole story up to the police about that I never knew about. I had to talk to a detective about.
Yeah, I agree with that because I'm neutral. I'm the most neutral here. So the
What did
fact, like I
Jed
said,
say?
the family is playing at content creator game, and I'm not down. I think it's stupid. Have a conversation with your mother or don't.
You
Fucking
fucking
18
moron,
years old.
Electro Jed. If they have $100,000 in common and money is the motivator, and he just tried to get his brother to sign over and he wouldn't, and they are all lying, and she's protecting a Chomo sympathizer. She's a Chomo sympathizer. She's protecting someone who touched her niece. If she's protecting someone who touched her niece, whether I don't give a fuck what anything was said about Blake. If he did anything, you testified against your own sister and said that your sadistic father would never do something like that. And then yesterday on my panel, my mother said that I was jealous of her because she was sleeping with my father. My mother has said that I screwed my father on purpose. She's playing you. Why don't you ask Kirsty? Because Kirsty caught it. My mother said I was jealous. All I said was he shot you. Why would you be screwing him and coming out there with hickeys in front of your kids? Because you ended our lives when he did that. And she said, what are you, jealous? You wanted to be his wife? They're not innocent. My brother Zachary was with a younger girl. She's overdosed now because he got her hooked on drugs.
Oh no, I agree with you, Maria. He is playing content creator game. He wants to choose where the conversation is gonna go. But the point is of a compromise is that everyone feels screwed at the end. Lacey, if it was up to her, the conversation will be on her platform. Now, if it
The
was about them,
conversation should be him calling his mom, but he's mad also because I wouldn't give him money, Madgie. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that. He's also mad because I wouldn't give him money. He filed his own taxes this year. I did not claim him. He filed his own taxes. He's mad that I wouldn't give him money. And he's mad that I wouldn't give him the $200 for the that Mustang thing that he wanted because he didn't get a birthday gift. Why didn't he get a birthday gift? I had it all picked out for him to pay for his driving course and get him a car. And you know what he did? He did that underhanded shit with his brother, lied on it, said I recorded him and got him saying it. And he lied on his brother. So he didn't get it.
I'm going to talk about the family. The sister is extremely interesting to look at. First of all, let's be clear. So not the best model to take. The mother for me is the most credible because she is a mother. The Blake is the only child because Lacey has 3 child. So there is one child. I don't agree with Lacey, but please don't forget that there is the older brother that is simply not playing at being a content creator. Unlike Lacey's sister and her son, because they're playing little content creator game. If they think we're not seeing it, I'm like, the moment you start playing content creator game, I will call you out.
And the sympathy for you goes out the window whenever
Well,
you're
no.
sitting there saying
Mhm.
that you have my son over there with you and he's staying over there with you, and you're telling him to say, like, he told you this didn't happen, my mom didn't do this, but then you got mad at me and he changed his story. For your dumbass to get on there and say that, Stormy, you literally just said that basically you're admitting that you coached him. She said she asked him what happened. He told her what happened, and then she got mad at me one day and made him sit down and tell her.
Are we talking about the Brandon situation, or are we
We're
talking
talking
about the
about
cow?
we're talking about the pill situation.
So can you explain that situation? Because like I said, your little boy is playing content creator game, which is fucking
Yes.
stupid.
And I've been begging him to stop, and his brother has begged him.
Yo,
His
he's
brother will
18
not
years
have
old.
nothing to do with him anymore.
This is not a good sector for you to be, little boy.
And my oldest son does have Twitch and a big presence on TikTok, and he does not expose himself like that. And he said, "I will not come up here and be a part of what these people are doing to my family."
So
I
for
don't
me,
have.
I'm pointing at that is because I'm just like, when people say all of her family is against her, I'm like, well, 1 out of 3 of her children, which is not saying that Blake's word don't matter. It's just I don't like when people use absolute. All the family member, all the children. I'm like, well, technically, then if you want to go in absolute, then technically that's not true.
Right. And no, it's not all the children. The other children agree with me and side with me, and I don't bring them into it, but they agree with me. Briley does not want to see Blake on her own accord because he fights with me whenever he comes here. She said, "Mommy, I don't want him to come visit anymore because you're always fighting." Why? Because he doesn't
That
listen and he's rebellious. She does
Guys,
not
I
want her
want you to
brother
have a
here.
conversation on neutral ground with your son who is busy playing content creator game because probably, and that may have been a mistake, he probably received a lot of money from Little Owl and he saw he could make money. And I can
Yeah.
guarantee him he will not make the money he believe, especially with the Snoopy and the no, it's not gonna happen. Okay? It's
Tell
sad.
me
You
how.
should
Tell me
talk to
how
your
this.
fucking mom. Like, if he wanted reconciliation with his mom or just for his mom to hear his side, his ass would be here.
He does not
And
want me to hear his side. He
that is
he he
content.
wants money.
That is content creator game. I hate content creator game for people that are not content creator. You're not a content creator. Why are you playing content creator game? I have to call you out now. And I'm like, this is a fucking 18-year-old. Can you just? So yeah,
And
can you please
everybody
explain the
jumped
child
on me.
situation?
Everybody jumped on me because I told Jed not to have Elizabeth up there talking to me because she was still a child. And
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
that's
I don't like
crazy.
that. Except if there is
Um,
like a reconciliation. Like I don't want when I'm you know me. If anyone come here, you're not there is no fighting, there is no screaming. I don't do that. I don't like that.
right.
And
Yeah.
Jed, you motherfucker with a fucking forest of red flag. You think because what? You think what? You're out of the clear? Nah, I'm still on you. You're a content creator. I can do whatever the fuck I want with you. So yeah, please explain the situation between Cal and Blake because I don't understand. That like Cal was found not guilty, but Blake was found guilty. I know his record is still cool. Jed, I hate you too. Mwah. Please, Lacey, explain if you can. Lacey, yo, they do. I'm like this. The moment I'm seeing content creator game, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing, man? So yeah, Lacey had to drop. Don't know exactly what's going on. So yeah, Jed, you want to fight? Because, like I said, Jed, let's be clear. I still find you a creep, and I will continue to call you out for what I've seen, except if we have a conversation where I finally fucking understand why you're a creep. And yeah. Like I said, I feel like that family is playing content creator game. Like the moment Stormy came into my chat to tell me, remove my paper, I was like, get the fuck out of my bitch. Get out of my fucking face. That was automatic. I was like, get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, they're playing, like, she's playing a content creator game. Like, there is no mystery in that. This weirdo is playing content creator game, okay? There is no mystery. There's no if, but, what the fuck about it. Same for the son. He playing, like, he's playing content creator game. And I'm like, you are 18-year-old and a sector for adult. Don't play that. You do not have the maturity to handle that. Lacy was crying. Like, everyone is fucking lying about everything. I'm so confused. Like, there's so many lies. And then there is that house that just appeared out of thin air. Listen, Sacred Onion, because the situation is so complicated, I have no choice but to literally try to understand everyone's side. It's okay, Stormy. Don't even Lacey. I'm so sorry. Let me drop the link if you want to come up. But like I said, I've been here, girly pop. Keep up with your viewer. I don't know your life, okay? You came with a fucking attitude yesterday on me on my platform, which I clearly peak. I ain't stupid. And then the first thing you say here today, not even hi, not even what's up, it's drop my thing. What do you want me to think? How am I supposed to take it, little girl? Be careful with me. You think I'm nice, I'm not. Being fucking weirdo with me. The fuck? You think I don't recognize shade when I see it? Who is that? The sister calling me girly pop. I'm like, girly, be careful with me. I will look into every single crevice of your fucking life. Okay, there is a reason why everyone is mad at me. Be careful with me. Okay? Oh yeah, no. Stormy little girl is playing a content creator game, and you're a grown ass adult. Unlike your nephew, I don't need to show you kindness. Fuck with me and find out. Yo, I'm like, I'll be nice to the 18-year-old. I'll be nice to non-content creator. The moment you start acting like a content creator, then I'm free. Don't mess with me, little girl. I'm older than you, okay? I may not look like it because the year have not been kind to you. But yes, I am older than you. If you keep up this far and bounce V back and forth, you will see me talking as myself. You are yourself. What do you mean? Because you change your screen name You're not yourself. Are you okay, little girl? Listen, 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 listen. Listen, there is a reason why they say black don't crack. But you can jump in whatever platform panel and it's not a game. She's a content creator. Of course, she's playing content creator game. You are not supposed to be a content creator. The moment you start comparing yourself to content creator, it means that you are playing content creator game. You want to play? And are you sure you want to start your first play with me, of all people? What a bad idea. What a bad idea. Snoopy and Stormy have been speaking badly about you to Stormy. That's her problem. She don't need to like me. She don't need to be cool with me. Except, why is she letting those people talk about me? It shouldn't be about me. I'm not talking shit. I'm stating fact. What are you talking? What are you talking about? I am so confused. Okay, she is a content creator. Of course, she's playing content creator game, which is why I. Are you a content creator? You begged my aunt. Which aunt? You thrive on conflict, little boy. You're too young for this. Yes, I am dumb, Green Star. You can leave. Why are you here? Oh my god. And you begged my aunt to up on Stormy's. You mean your grandmother? Yes, and let's be clear. Stormy, content creator and sister day, my friend. Okay, Stormy don't like me. I don't like Stormy. Blake, I have your I have the back of the truth. Do you understand this? Listen, I don't want it to be verified. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, that money was given. It's given. I don't care. And Blake, you 18-year-old, you think I'm a crazy woman? It's all good. Please leave. You're fucking 18. I don't want to deal with an 18-year-old. It's so weird. Okay, good for you. Why are you all here? Why are you all here? Oh my god. So I am a crazy woman. Oh, good. Bye. Okay. Why are you on the channel of a crazy woman? I had our back. I had the back of the truth, which means I will listen to everyone. Now it's fuck us. No, it's fuck your aunt. You're a child. I am not invested on you. As for Snoopy and Stormy, I'm not cool with them. What are you talking about? I was never cool with them. I was just trying to be neutral because that was not about me. Cool. It's fuck us after Lacy all good. No, 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 no. Lacy, it's not all good. Unlike you, because you're a child. Why is a child? You think that having conversation means that you're cool. I'm looking for the truth. The truth can only be found. Thank you, sweets. I don't care. I don't care. Know that has nothing to do with me. Okay, that has nothing to do with me. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. Nothing needs to be returned. You want to return it, return it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. A house has nothing to do with that. You mean the house that your dad bought when he was dead? Why are you talking about that house? Why are you invested in that house? I said you asked for money? What is Storm? What is this? What is she talking about? What are you talking about? I am really confused. I don't give a fuck what you do with the money. Knock yourself out. You can literally use it and blow it like that. This is not of my concern. You don't owe me anything. What are you talking about? I am right now. I just got confused. Yo, a girly pop is less and is more insulting than calling me a bitch. Okay? And anyway, your nephew called me a bitch. So there, taco tack, stop crying. I know you're on here because I'm talking shit because you are a toddler and and you want to have conflict because you're a child. And I'm like, you are too young to have conflict with people 20 years old older than you. It's weird. It's weird. Ooh, are we really trying to fight the 18-year-old? I'm not invested enough. Jesus Christ, is an 18-year-old. Okay, how that has nothing with that. I also provided information where I filled for my dad's death, certs and overproof that as well. Okay. I'm so sorry that I find in every platform that your dad is not declared dead and that he is buying houses. Is that my fault? Jesus Christ. Thank you. Thank the Lord. The stormy is over and we out of the jelly. Back to our country. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Sacred Onion. Make it rain if you love your owl. You said I changed my name like a CC. No, I'm saying that when you ask me without even saying hi and how are you to drop your PayPal and being super rude, maybe you don't realize that was really rude because the money that was sent to you, I could have just have it myself. So that was rude how it was done. That's when I was like, oh, you're playing CC game because that means that I know you're creating conflict with me and acting impolite with me because you're listening to other CC, which makes you what? Playing CC's game. It's not about you having another name. I don't give a fuck. What are you, 5? I thought that sassy pause. Unfortunately, I don't owe you any explanation because who the fuck are you? Thank you. Bye. You're late on the message. I am so sorry. Am I supposed to just have a conversation with you? You want to have a conversation with me? Come up. I cannot just read every message. Do I look? Listen. If those words came out of my mouth, I deeply, sincerely apologize. Madgie, don't give a fuck that you came under another name. All I can say is that you coming in and telling me to drop your thing without any hi or goodbye or thank you or anything is extremely impolite, which means for me that clearly you're acting like a fucking content creator. You're playing content creator game. Are you okay? Are you well? Are we cool? Can we move on? Huh? Or are we not moving on? Because I want to move on from that you appeared under another name. Okay. Why are you so pressed about that house? Because this house is weird. How did he buy a house when he dead? And you did. You decided for yourself. Do I have the right to decide for myself? Crazy how when you asked my mom to explain about me and my stepdad, she got off. Ha 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 ha. Well, it is what it is, man. Thank you, Tara. Make it rain, make it rain. If you love your owl. What did you come back into? A child of. It's weird to argue with an 18-year-old. Yes, you 34-year-old woman. If you don't know that it's weird as fuck, okay, for your 34-year-old ass to argue with an 18-year-old, imagine for my 35-year-old ass, okay? Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I'm sorry. Yes, it's weird. We are here because you're calling me out. Yeah, because you came into the chat and polite, ungrateful, an asshole since yesterday. You have been rude. You have been mad. You have been annoying since yesterday. The fuck is wrong with you? So what do you want me to say? You want me to do a little song and dance for you? You were rude. I called out your rudeness. What does the 18-year-old fucking have to do with it? You continue to play stupid game, I will continue to look into your life. What do you want me to say? This house is weird. Since you asked about the house yesterday, yeah, like the mama asked me to look into the house to make sure that it was really about him. Yeah, she's 34. That's why I'm keep on saying I'm older than you, little girl, even though it don't look like it because life has been hard on your face. You brought it up. Yes, I brought up the house because I was reading what was going on with your dad, and by pure accident, literally saw that shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? How can a dead man? How can a dead man buy a?" Listen, listen, listen. It was about money. What are you talking about? Okay, first of all, anytime someone talks about the money, what is my answer? You can do whatever the fuck you want with the money, okay? I don't care. I did it out of me. Nobody asked me to put up any Cash App or any PayPal. I did it because I felt it was the right thing to do. Now, if it's my fault what people be saying, then okay, fine, go away. Well, what do you want to say? Thank you, Sacred Onion. Make it rain, make it rain. If you love your owl, Madgie, remember you can rise and request. No matter the age. Listen, I'm like 18-year-old. I'm sorry. I'm like, thank you. I repeated that. Like, I even went on Lacy's channel yesterday to specifically say, I don't care what he said. Oh, Luna. Okay, Luna, since it is the fight of Madgie, come on up, come on up. It's time to face the dragon. Like, people keep on crying. Come cry. Huh? Your mad Snoopy went on Snoopy? Snoopy? He went on. Why? Why should I care? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm really. I'm so confused. Ah. Hello.
I said yesterday I wasn't going to do this anymore and for everything to be dropped because people are in your panel saying that I asked for money, which is Lacy coming on here saying that our money or that
Not my
money is the
panel,
motive. Yes, she
but
was just
not.
in here saying
Yeah,
that. We watched the
today.
video. She did
Today.
say it. And
Yeah.
yesterday
And
she
what
was
did
saying
I
it
say? And
in
what did
her
I
live.
say? And what did
But
I
you're
say?
allowing her to say it on your panel when you're the
You
one that
want me
offered
to
the help.
control what people say? You want me to stop people from
No,
saying
ma'am.
what they have to say?
No, ma'am. I didn't say that you can control that,
So
but you're
it's
allowing her to come in here
exactly
and do that.
okay. I'm allowing her to talk. Isn't that normal? I allow you to talk. I allow everyone to talk.
Okay, but
But
the
then
deal
I will
was
clearly
the
state
deal should
my
be this
opinion.
though. The deal
But
should be this though. If
what you
she's
say?
sitting here saying that we're on here for money and you're the one that offered the help, then you shouldn't allow that to
No,
be done in your panel because it's a
I
bold-faced
said
lie.
that it was not true.
She just said money was the motive and she said it multiple times when she came back
And I
in here.
said that
And
me,
the reason that I updated and I gave the information about my dad's death certificate is because you're the one saying that it's weird, that it's weird. So
what is
you
weird.
want that proof that my dad has a house in his name, but you stated yourself it was under D. Perkin. You didn't even prove that that was actually him.
So
And
do
I
you
didn't
want me to
argue with it yesterday, and I
do you
apologize
want
to
me
you.
to?
No,
Do you
ma'am,
want
hold
me
on. I
to?
apologize to you for the way I talked to you yesterday.
Thank
And you
you.
still want to come on here and talk about the way I treated you? I've never been disrespectful, and I haven't hopped on every single panel talking trash about anybody, and I've not allowed anybody to speak on their panel bad about another content creator because I wasn't here for that. I said it multiple
Mhm.
times. I don't know the beef. You're saying that I'm in these lives that are allowing people to talk trash about the other and what your beef is with somebody else.
Oh no,
That's
I
not the
don't care
case.
about that. I don't care about
You
that.
just were talking about it,
No,
sweetheart. So obviously you do.
I expressed myself wrongly, and for that I apologize. I don't care that you go somewhere or not go somewhere. The thing
No,
that
but
was
you said that I'm trying to be like a content creator and hop to panel
yeah,
to panel.
because I
I say,
felt that
can I
when
speak,
you
please? You say that people have their turn. I was still talking. Thank you. You said that I was hopping around like a content creator from panel to panel. I stated in my first live when I went with you, instead of the person who contacted me, that if anybody had questions, I promised I would get around to it. That was me keeping my word and what I said. I
can I
haven't
talk
said
now?
anything bad about
Oh,
you, and I haven't allowed anybody to say anything bad about you. And yes, you can talk now. I'm over it. I asked that my name didn't be brought up anymore. I asked that. Why do you make faces? You talk about me being immature.
no,
Look how you're
because you
acting
said
on camera. No,
I could
if you
talk.
can't be immature, hun, I'm not going to talk to you because this is the same reason I don't speak with my sister. You're on here making faces. You want to talk about acting like a toddler, but you're making faces. That's immature. And then you want to come at me about the way I look.
I'm sorry.
That is immature. You call me a toddler, but you come at me for my appearance and you
Okay.
giggle about it. That's immaturity, ma'am.
It is, and it is immature.
But you are on here saying it's a safe place. It's not a safe place when you're attacking me on an appearance.
You're right.
Because I was upset and I was crying and I came in here and I was honest.
No.
No, ma'am. Look at you, still rolling your eyes. I can tell that you
This
don't
is
care.
rolling my eyes.
You just
Oh,
rolled your eyes. It's immature. It's immature of you. I
okay.
came in here.
I'm gonna
I
try
came
to
to
keep
you
my
first
side
because you
straight.
allowed her to come on here and talk trash about me and
You
lie
have to
about
let
me.
me speak. You have to let me speak, okay?
Go ahead and speak then.
Thank you. Okay. First of all, I didn't allow her to come up to talk trash about you. Allowed her to come up and say what she wants to say. I cannot control what people say. One. Two, why I thought you were doing content creator game is because yesterday, one, you came with an attitude. I'm not the only one who saw that. And I was like, that's why I felt the need to say, by the way, I didn't ask you to come up. I didn't contact you behind the scene. I didn't do all of this because I felt that you came with an attitude. Then today, for you to appear in the first thing you say, there is no hi, there is no bye, it's just drop my shit. It looks antagonistic. So for me, that was like, okay, then okay, we are beefing, fine. That was my reasoning. So yes, because you came with that type of attitude, it made me feel that way. And then I started talking about your appearance because I am in the beef sector. I don't know if you realize that. So if I think that you're wanting to do content creator shit, I'm gonna start like like doing that. And I'm like trying to understand what is it? What is the issue?
The issue is the things that are being said. And I came on here because you're calling me immature, and that's very immature of you. You say people are safe on this panel, but they're not. Because if we were safe on this panel, you wouldn't attack me about appearance.
You're not safe on the panel if I feel that you're disrespectful to me and that you're trying
Respectfully,
to be.
Maggie, did I not come
I
in here and
told
say,
you
will
that
you,
you
did I not?
were impolite.
I
Okay,
said, can you please remove my PayPal? And I even said, thank you. And when I came
you
on your
think that's
panel
polite?
yesterday,
You
I'm
think that's
still
polite
speaking.
after after 2 days of me putting up your PayPal, trying to help, and like I said, you don't need to
And the
say
money
sorry.
was returned. The
Can I
money,
talk? I want to speak. I want to finish.
you've
Okay,
been,
you come on my platform and you don't even say thank you. You don't even say anything. You don't even say hi to my chat. You just come and say drop my thing. Yeah, it looks
is,
shady.
is that how I said it?
Shady.
Or did
If
I
you
leave a
don't see
comment?
it.
Can I speak real quick? I left a comment on a previous video where I said I didn't want my PayPal up there anymore, that
I
I'm not
didn't see
giving
it.
permission for it to be up there anymore. I have a screenshot of it. I came into your live earlier and I asked, see, look at you rolling your eyes. I came
Yeah.
in here earlier and I said, can you please remove my PayPal? And when you removed it, I said,
First
thank you.
thing
And
you
then I
said.
got out of your live.
You
I
don't
was
think that
not rude to you.
you refuse to address what I'm saying. I'm saying you came with an attitude yesterday. You come with an attitude today. Why are you surprised that I am?
Did I not apologize to you yesterday? And I just apologized to you again
Yes,
for
you
the way that I
apologize
acted. And I
right
did it
now.
on
You
live.
apologize right
No,
now.
ma'am. Please go back and watch your content. I
When?
apologized to you yesterday when you were talking
Yesterday.
about the house. When you were talking about the house right before my mother got on your live. Yes, I did apologize. When I
Okay.
said, what, you want to see my dad's ashes? I did apologize to you.
You told me if I wanted to see your dad's ashes.
Yes, I did. Go back and watch your content.
Listen, maybe you don't understand that
You're the one that's
English.
playing games, Maggie. It's clear to
English,
see that.
English is my third language. Okay, whatever. Polly, go away. Taurus, she was being impolite, okay? As she is right now. She was impolite, okay? Yeah, see ya, deuces, you fucking weirdo. Okay, like she refused to see that she was being impolite and antagonistic. She came onto this live to be again impolite and antagonistic, including accusing me of shit I have not done. I never said that she was looking for money or that anyone was looking for money. When people say that, I made it a point even yesterday to come on the panel of Lacy to say that this was not the case. But if that is all you can take in your head, like I said, you see that? Fuck you, fucking weirdo. You think I'm not gonna look into the house? I will absolutely look into the house. You look like a fucking weirdo. The fuck? This is not mature of you to talk about my appearances. I'm like, do I look like I was trying to be mature, you dumb bitch? Oh my God, not even capable of arguing, just. I'm like, you wanted to have a fight with me. There, you have it. Be welcome. You can start your platform like that. Or maybe you can separate the money with Snoopy. I bet she's going to interview you about how horrible I was. No, there is no thanks, okay? Yeah, you don't have my permission to put your PayPal up. Like, sincerely, now, after she said that bullshit, nah, I agree. Bitch, give back the money to my subscriber, okay? You and your dumbass like nephew, give back the money to my subscriber, okay? You said you were going to do it. Give back the money to my subscriber, you fucking dumbass whore. Give it back. Fucking disgusting. Now give it back. Show the receipt. I will watch Snoopy for that. Show the receipt. I want every single one of my subscribers to be reimbursed. I want to see it every fucking dime. You want to show it on Snoopy? Show it on Snoopy. I'm waiting. Uh-oh, you don't have my permission to show your fucking dumbass PayPal. You think you were doing me a favor by putting your PayPal up? It was making me happy? The fuck? Man, those people are not well, okay? Bunch of weirdos. So yeah, now I'm gonna absolutely look into everything about this family because they are being weirdos about that Brandon situation. Why are you hanging out with this man? Why is you doing all of this? It's excellent question. One, she was rude today. She was rude yesterday. Fuck her. The fuck is wrong with that child? Of course, Snoopy will be happy. Why are you dropping down for your ass to still be here? So I will look into this house that is extremely sketchy. Go and cry on Snoopy. People are used to see me as the bad guy. And I'm really cool being the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy. Go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ. I'm like, I can't believe this whore had the audacity to drop, and then here she is still talking. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? Why are you here? Why are you here, Lady Latisha? Lady Latisha. Lady Latisha. God, you cannot stop yourself. You love me. I knew it. I knew you loved me. I knew you loved me. You cannot stop yourself. You always have to be near me, man. This is some type of unrequited love. No, we said we will look into it. Well, I am looking into it too, baby. Okay? You being like, you think you're gonna play your little content creator game with me? Me! You don't know me! You don't know me! You may see me in the street, but bitch, you don't know me! You know they call me Madgie, but you don't know me! Me! You want to fight with me? Oh, you're adorable! You may see it in the street, but bitch, you don't know me! Mm-hmm. Like yesterday, when we started talking about that house and being like, what the fuck? That's when her